How many communities will be late this time?
User joined your channel.
We actually got a good chunk of people compared to what has happened in the past time, so it's pretty good. But let me go ahead and give some reminders to everyone about the operation. So most of you will spawn in field. The only people that'll spawn at the airbase are the recon team and the 2 pilot crews. Your vehicles will spawn based off the convoy order on the bottom of the document. Ground did not make any changes to it, so I assumed he wanted it to be okay, but you can always just have vehicles cross each other. When you all join in, I'm gonna say don't move. Give it like 1 or 2 minutes. I'll say on side chat we can all move, because having this many people jump onto a server, I've seen it cause issues on other servers. I just want to make sure that we don't have any issues, so please bear with me on that regard. Back at base, you have a shit ton of resupply crates. Again, the big ammo boxes are for like an entire platoon's resupply. They also have spare pieces for the AGS-30s. The smaller single boxes are for the recon teams. They have specific mags in there that no other units have, so it's just for them. And then there's additional medical boxes. There is some small amount of medical in the other 2 resupply crates, but if you need like a shit ton of medical, like a full-on resupply, bring over a box. And then there's a cargo box there with slings. At the base, there's also 2 repair vehicles for air. One is a debug one down the runway in case the other one somehow explodes, because that was an issue last time. And in one of the hangars are spare BTRs, BMPs, and BRDMs. Please don't touch that. It's just one of each, because for the secondary objectives, I'm playing them by ear for mainly the Afghanistan positions, where if like you lose a vehicle early on, I'll respawn it up there, and you'll have an opportunity to get it back. The only vehicle that will not respawn is the command VRM, so make sure you keep that safe. Otherwise, I will take this to the map screen. You're all going to get a prompt saying error, GM, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about that. You can just hit OK, and we can push through. And I'll give another brief in a moment.
We still have until 1 to grab.
Yeah, the op doesn't officially start till 1. This is just joining in so the server can stabilize and you all can get a feel for what's in your kit and what your vehicle has.
Wheels.
Okay, good, because mod
that's tracks. Oh, ours is tracks.
Hey, Earth Knight. Hey,
hopefully
Spider.
wheels
are connecting right now.
Hopefully
Yeah,
there's
a gas 46 respawn.
Something Liru didn't mention. All of the vehicles have numbers on them. The squad that has the number is the assigned vehicle. So remember what your squad's number is.
Yeah, this is where you put your famous wheel stealing skills to work.
Haraf, what's our number?
I thought he was famous for being the
420.
I'm famous for many things.
No, we're 409.
Yeah, so one of the mods we use has a dependency in GM. So we had to, a new setting that got released was advanced setting for servers to bypass that boot issue. But it still creates that error.
All those beautiful, beautiful errors.
I know, right? All because they want us to use paid DLC. Lamau.
I'm seeing red.
Well, there's a free version of GM on the workshop.
I'm not having everyone download like 30 gigs of shit.
I have no
You're using the false excuse.
Complete.
Yeah, there's only 2 mods I did already have.
Quite sure my shit just crashed. Never mind.
Nah, you're fine.
It's armor free, best game.
Alright, I'm gonna give it 1 more minute, then I'll give you the brief on the map just to remind what we're doing here today.
Armor free, very nice.
Someone in the armor server just we need to add a bit more diesel to the engine.
Hop off the gas tank.
Oh, don't worry, it's downhill from here.
Literally, that's why.
If you weren't here when I said it already, if you want to be a part of the multi, please DM me your Twitch URL. I'll add it to mine, and then I also have a link in the channel we're all in, and you can take that once I... Might want to give me a few minutes, because 2 people just DM'd me, so... Give me 1 moment. Go ahead.
It begins.
Among Us has begun.
It's always people that want to give them to me last second.
Oh, Tom versus Tiger in the bottom right.
Absolute failure of a tick.
What the fuck, they're watching right now?
Ooh.
And like someone needs a paper bag because they can't fucking breathe properly.
Battle among us.
Oh.
That's not how it works.
No, you turned
Alright,
lost.
I have updated the multi. Also, to the viewers, I've updated the multi as well. Alright, so, real quick. The operation was originally going to be you heading up to the town of Yanatabir and setting up a blocking position. However, the two Recon Mi-24 flight, the Recon Mi-24 flight that was sent in ahead of time was shot down, so it has now become a pilot rescue. So the main objective today is to make it to the two green, red circled areas, specifically with the flags in the middle, because somewhere in there is where the two Mi-24s crashed. One in the southern sector, one in the northern sector. Your job is to basically rescue and evac the pilots back to base if they are still alive. Now, secondary objectives are as follows. Number one, the local Afghanistani forces in the region that control two FOBs have not been radioing back, so we fear the worst. Feel free to check up on them. Again, if you lose a vehicle, you'll probably find it up there, because that's me giving you a second chance. The second main objective, secondary objective is to reestablish that blocking position at Yanotabir. And we'll only do that if we have time. If you guys just rescue the pilots and we're at the 3-hour mark, I'll probably just tell you to index. If you're going up there and you get stopped in Gonzalabad and finally break through and it's the 3 to 4 hour mark, I will call index. So this is just meant to be an AO extension if we need it. Other two secondary objectives is find proof that the enemies are using Stinger missiles. So if you find a Stinger missile launcher, feel free to call that up to high. And then if you find some dude that is not an Afghani militiaman, he looks something a little more spec up, like a US CIA dude, feel free to also call that up. But otherwise, a few notes on the map, guys. Air, you can fly over where debug is. It's just infantry that are set to careless hold fire, but please do not shoot that position, because that's where I keep all the debug kits. I wanted to keep it close, because keeping it too far just added to the load of the server and made things laggier. So yeah, again, Air, feel free to fly over, but just don't engage that position. Otherwise, I'm going to get very, very angry. Otherwise, yeah, your TFAR radio ranges have been greatly extended. And there's also a bunch of embedded invisible TFAR channels all around. It's not channels, excuse me, towers. So you should be able to have comms back at base. Last two things I'll say. Number one, if you get disconnected because of a tech issue, when you rejoin the server, you will spawn in the place you're about to spawn in. So either at the start position, or if you're recon or a pilot back at base. Please know who your squad leader is, because the proper policy for this is go to side chat, say you're requesting a reinsert to person XYZ because you had a tech crash. I will only be reinserting tech crashes, not if you actually die. If you actually die, if the pilots are not back at base, then I'll be there, so just tap me on the shoulder and I'll call it up on 5-0 where the command net is, and someone will come up and grab you. If you have not reviewed it already, radio nets are in the document that was tied to this MCO, so that can be found in the Discord again. And otherwise, that should be it. Ground, do you have any questions?
Sorry, no.
Okay. Again, please do not move around until I say so. I want to give the server a minute to make sure everything's caught up, because once you start moving around when desync starts, it's almost impossible to get it back with this many players. And we should be good. Hope you guys have fun. What the heck was that noise? So I just want to test to make sure respawn works. Just because, I mean, I shouldn't be testing it right now, but sometimes respawn breaks.
Dead. Wow, he's moving. The Zeus is moving. I can see him on the side of my screen. Oh, I see him over there. Somebody was moving me? No? Don't push into my back or I'll shoot you in the face.
Good on 50.
I'm waiting.
I totally didn't practice this exact route.
Get out of the inventory.
Yeah, since the minimum range is 10.
Don't be a fucking child.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which I do want to get all this added, but not the respawn point. Alright, so now I just need to make sure that the server is good. Alright.
How much medical is in there? Oh, yeah.
Alright, everything looks good for the most part.
Also, hello from people from Paw Patrol. I don't think
We're still gonna have a few small desync issues as people jump in, but I can't lock the server because of how this works, so we'll just delete a few bodies and work with that. But I'm surprised we already actually.
We're gonna do a lot of brake checks. The medical system as well. Back to us. I'm not shooting you forward, Morphe. Okay.
Take a designated channel.
Okay.
Oh.
Someone should probably let Liru know. I'll give the meter one to go.
Yeah, Mac, alright, so...
50 check. Good on 50.
Just to point out for people with short ranges, if you're in a group, you've actually got a group-specific net, so you can just be on channel 1 and it will be fine.
Anchor to ground, where's you doing brief?
I'll be doing that near my vehicle, which will be somewhere in the center of Convoy. I'll be on the top of it in a moment.
Can't hear you
Fucking
because
one
my
more.
fucking gun is at 9.
Go check scout.
Shalom, fellas. How do we set a the fucking thing for the short range radios?
Control P.
They don't work.
No. They can't set custom.
The radios
Numpad
were meant
1
to
to 8.
spawn everybody in the same squad on the same net, but that's been done incorrectly, so it doesn't do that.
Graham, this is second. Do we have a radio setter for the short ranges? We can't change ours to the correct.
All stationed on this net refer to what I just put on side. The script to put everyone on the right radio frequencies bugged out, so we're just going to play without them. Refer to LR use, over. I honestly do not know why that happened, but at this point, say Levy. What?
Yeah, look up in the air, Liru.
That means he has the wrong map. Nothing I can do about that. I don't know how he got in here, but then again, it's because I didn't have exact match on. But I noticed when we had GM stuff, it would get very finicky when I had the server bypass the load issue and then have that on. So I knew someone was still going to connect with the wrong fucking map, but that's A-okay. They are playing as the Soviets, yes. So right now I'm just debating how am I going to...
Alpha Bravo Charlie, this is... never mind, wrong map.
This is why we have this additional time. Because some people are goobers. So there's a few small positions I want to set up beforehand. I just need to turn off people's pathing. Oh, of course, that broke that. Running into the little issues that I looked at in testing.
This is Echo. Where are we having brief again?
I don't know.
Yeah, so some of the radio scripts clearly bugged out because he would have a radio in the Vic.
I'll be waiting for you there.
Okay, I'm gonna try and remember this while I get this in the corner.
Yeah, there's one side. Simon, there's banks in the car for you, and one of them is already missing bullets. Did you do anything? Nice.
MI-24, radio check.
Go check.
50 check, first platoon lead.
Right.
Go check on 50.
MI-24.
50 check for Logi vehicle.
Good on 50.
So, Makarov made all these kits, I made all these kits.
Support when needed.
A firm op officially begins in another 18 minutes. We're just sorting any more debug issues.
MI-24 copies you, Makarov.
Thank you.
50 check. Good check.
Oh well, now I know for next time, but I gotta look into why that happened, but I'll do it later. I'm just setting up a few of the core features here.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Good afternoon.
So just give me a moment. We're also having people trickle in, you know, so it's just all gonna take a hot second. Let's get the smoke billers in. Conundrum, thanks for the 8-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. So basically, what I'm going to be doing is setting up a few patrols, because Air's going to be sending recon around. And I have to basically counter whatever recon might put through. But I have to do it in, like, as minimum groups of units as possible, because Air is, no, Air's Air. So I'm going to put a few patrols on ridges. I'm going to set up some stinger positions. I still have 16 minutes. But I also want to vary my units as much as I can.
Company commander, are we assembling for brief at the front of the convoy?
If position is marked on map.
I'll be there in a moment.
Well, not marked, but just follow the convoy front.
And I got to get back into the mindset for whatchamacallit, Zeusing with Zen instead of Achilles, which is why I keep going to the Garrison tab when you do it with the abilities, Pathfind hotkey instead. So yeah, one pilot crew will be dead, the other, still alive here, and they'll have to go and rescue him.
Reminder to all elements, please come to front of convoy for brief.
Sticking all the leadership in there. And where's that Overwatch hill? Yeah, right here. placement is always very important. And then I have another ZU battery I can put somewhere. Alright, now it's just all about making scattered patrols. And then I'll start building the ambush. We'll get everything sorted A-okay. No, I'm not gonna do any, PvP plus E MCOs for a while. What you're probably thinking is the Coalition op from last week that got canceled because their framework... Actually, it wasn't their framework that was an issue. The issue was they decided to BM-21 strike an entire town. It was Grasblin, without realizing that that would kill the freaking server. So I think that's what you're thinking of, but I don't have any intention to take MCO into any, like, PvP elements for a long while until I am satisfied of its capabilities.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Yeah, so he has everything pre-made and then separated into smaller groups, which is pretty nice. Just taking random groups. But yeah, there's like 90+ enemy kits right there that I can just take from. But I don't want to have too much AI down at once because that can make things very messy. But I'll also have to kind of wait and see where air decides to drop those units off for recon elements, because I'm not going to dynamically do anything until that happens. But yeah, since they have Overwatch right there, I'm thinking this will be my first ambush site. I want to use small IEDs, not large, because I don't want the VIX to get blown up outright. "12 minutes. I got plenty of time. So really, what's going to be complex about this operation is the large-scale ambushes. I have to basically ambush a company-sized element, which is going to be the really difficult part about this. And then if I need to, I can just use suppress commands, but... should be A-okay. Alright, we got 81 in the op right now. And how many more do we have up channel? So we have about 85 people up out of this 93-person operation, which is actually a really good attendance ratio for people that requested slots. I thought we wouldn't fill this, in all honesty. Like, we literally filled it last minute, which was really funny. So a lot of this is just going to be me setting things up, blocking them off. I won't really focus on the cinematics. I'll just instead be focusing on getting all of the infantry sorted for the most part. Because with a large-scale operation like this, it's all about how quickly can I, you know, send attacks. But I think for that to start, because I also need to kind of balance how the server's going to handle things, we should be A-okay. I'll set up another ambush right here as well, but we'll see if they push through that one.
yet.
So they're giving a brief. And Error's just chilling in the MI-24 for now. I mean, what I guess I can do right now is, I'll go ahead and set this up, like the first town right here. I do want to have a bit of a garrison going. Otherwise, I'm excited for this. This is one of the biggest ops I've Zeused in a while, and I think we'll do quite well, all things considered. So the reason I have blue 4 and green 4 Mujahideen is because Makarov, who is both how would I put this? He's our server dev for TSB, meaning he's the guy that makes TSB add-ons and stuff. He's also really well versed in the Mujahideen War, aka the Soviet-Afghan War. So he helped me build a lot of the framework of this mission. So he also told me, hey, can I make like a bunch of custom kits for you? And I went, sure. So he made all the green 4 kits, I made all the blue 4 kits, and rather than fusing them all to blue 4 or green 4, I just made blue 4 and green 4 friendly.
Check.
And that way I could bypass any, you know, issue of, you know, them shooting at each other. I just wanted to make this easier for, you know, myself. Less work, you know. So it's 90 plus kits, but all the green 4 ones he made, all the blue 4 ones I made. And again, it's just, you know, why fix it? You know, like I can just make one fat thing to make blue 4 and green 4 friendly with each other, and that's all I need to do. So that's why. But good question. If you have any others, feel free to ask. Just trying to preset this one town since I still have a bit of time. But these are just the garrison units. I'll probably have a lot more. Normally, I would focus on just a few buildings, but with MCO, I'm going to try some more spread out tactics here because of just the sheer amount of players that are coming. So we're going to be doing a lot of elaborate flanks and attacking at angles. What's my favorite food? Probably eel sushi. Unagi, I think is the name, but I haven't had it in a while. Been too busy. All forces on this net. This is high. Be advised. Everything seems to be good. So we're not going to need any additional delays. Break. I will clear you guys in 5 minutes to start moving out. Over.
Company commander copies.
So really the first part of this is I'm going to be just ambushing the heck out of them until I get bored. I got to watch where recon goes because I have to give them something dynamic. This is a trap in the sense that I have a lot of IEDs kind of dug in, and then the local garrison's all dead, and the supplies were moved. So actually, I do have another ZU-23 I can move around somewhere. So I want to find a nice open spot for that. We can do it right there. But I also told them that, you know, I have debug pretty close by, so please don't boop it. But air can still fly over there because everything is on careless hold fire, so it's all good. I am noticing my frame's starting to struggle a little bit, but I think that's just because of how scrolled in I am. Klafgan is a really nice map because there's not a lot of buildings, and buildings are the #1 thing that take a lot of frames. Secondary is like lush jungles and stuff. But these are some older bush styles and whatnot, so it doesn't really have any negative repercussions.
We do be kind of balling with this vehicle.
He's not a man. He is a rogue AI. Tumbleweed, stop fucking with him. Like, come on.
No? I'm in
So what that was is a player bugged out, but the server still thinks it's a player. So I have to attach it to something else to get rid of it. And it's a gigantic pain in the butt, but after that, I can get rid of that. That's a-okay. Both Blue 4 and Independent both have a Stinger guy. So the Stinger battery is right here because I determined that this would have been a good spot for the Stingers to blow up both Mi-24s because one ended up going down over there and the other one ended up going down over here. But if Recon tries any, like, deep into enemy line stuff to try to solo any objectives other than the Afghan bunkers, I'm gonna make sure they fucking suffer. Three minutes. But both Blue 4 and Independent are the Mujahideen. Again, it's just because I made the kits and put them on one faction and Makarov made the other kits and put them in another. But we have 90. That is 90 AI down. So 90 different kits of varied weaponry. And I think that's pretty fucking cool. But as you can see, you know, Green 4 has a Stinger guy. I have my own Stinger guy in the back. So, a lot of good stuff to work with there.
What for a stay by the BTR do you not comprehend?
Alright, so we got 85 players in out of the 93, so that's a very good attendance ratio, so I am very happy with the players about that.
Nothing.
So I'm going to clean up some of the piles of stuff that was dropped.
Just been told.
Yeah, I just want to go over what.
Did it fix it?
Nope.
Okay, make it.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna go.
So let's get more warm up.
Yeah, I think.
Alright, otherwise I'm really excited for this one. This will last about 3 to 4 hours, give or take.
I mean, we gotta stay.
Well, both of them, they're all custom kits. We built them for the time period. Sorry, Foundry.
Go ahead and start mounting up.
Or Fortree, my bad.
Radio shit's still fucked?
Yeah, radio
Set an alt on the
Yeah, that is true.
Checking to see my shit still works.
Make sure you're on convoy net. No, it's fine, free.
Recon 2 ground, do you copy?
This is ground, we copy you.
What's our objective you got for us?
Your objective is the first Afghani town of Robstrepo. You have to go there, scout it out, talk with them, see what's going on.
That's not a town, that's a military base.
So it is, approach with caution. By the time, if you do need support, you've got the 24s and 1st platoon.
Good copy. We'll probably land somewhere southwest of it.
Good copy. Keep me in
So I do want to have a
touch if you do
patrol
need support.
going back and forth up here.
You have priority for 24s.
All forces, this is High. Be advised, it is start time. You are free to start moving out. Good luck, have fun, out. And the mission begins. Alright, so they have all the team loaded into one Mi-24. They're having the other one take off first, though. Here's all the resupply. They've got resupply in all their Vics, too, but just in case they needed more. Wanted to oblige.
First platoon is completely mounted, command.
I'm gonna have to patrol in this valley. And let's go ahead and get the global AI set up. Global AI skill 90. Anything to do with aiming, I put down to 35.
Setting ready, just be advised we're on a hill, so
Speed and shake are actually part of weapon handling, so I'm going to keep those at 50. Commanding 90, courage 90. It just affects how well the AI pathfind and how quickly they pull back from the AOs. Spotting I'm actually going to put up because I want them to engage for longer ranges. And reload speed, I'm going to just, that just puts at a ratio of actual players reload, AI reloading, so I'm going to keep that over. I'm going to maximize that because that just means, with it 1 being it, they reload at the same times as players do, because all of those coefficients put them at ratios lower than what the default would be.
No response?
At this current time, just stay behind the Convoy.
Hey, somebody's hot miking on 50, please.
I don't see anyone hot micing on 50, but that's fine. Yeah, so if we really want to be historically accurate, the U.S. didn't give the Mujahideen a lot of stuff officially. It just trickled to the Mujahideen from the places the U.S. gave the weaponry to. And then the CIA, also, it's unconfirmed how much they gave to certain factions in yada-da, but they did give training and whatnot. Because, fun fact, Osama bin Laden was trained by the CIA to fight the Soviets, and then he used that same training to fight against the U.S. Crazy how that works. Otherwise, they're mounted in their convoy, now they just need to move out. So what I am thinking is I'm going to make a garrison. Change abilities, path. And I'm going to set them up on these rocks. Then we can have those other groups move in. So another thing I should point out, the reason the infantry looks a little light is because insta-death is also a factor right now. So if they get shot in the face, they will die. And they'll have to be reinserted. Yeah, I have these guys on Careless Hold Fire because they're going to be an Overwatch element. There goes the convoy, MI-24. One is going up the route, the other one's following, and here's the convoy. I started them on the uphill, too, because downhill, the vehicles would only go up to, like, 16 kilometers an hour, so I wanted to be a bit nice to them. But, I mean, this is, what, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is a 12-vehicle convoy. I don't think I've ever seen an op with this many vehicles in a convoy. Like, 506 ops, like, they'll have entire platoons of vehicles, which will be, like, 6. But this is double that. So one of my biggest challenges of Zeusing this operation is going to be, how do I put pressure on all parts of the convoy, specifically the rear, so I make sure everyone's having fun? And that is exactly what I'm going to teach myself this mission. Because I will be honest, most MCO concepts also have something that I want to train myself on. This is High, send message, JTAC.
Apparently, both Mi-24 pilots and the gunner of the second Mi-24 cannot hear me. However, the first gunner on the Mi-24 can. Is that going to be quite an issue?
That's either a client-side bug or a terrain bug, because they're...
It's a client-side bug. The passengers of Mi-24 could hear you over the speakers, so the helicopter will disconnect and reconnect once they have dropped off soft G-attack.
BMP south of the road will be good in a minute.
So the biggest issue they're going to have is arming themselves here. Yeah, BMP went off the route, so it had to climb back up. They got to take these hills really slow, because otherwise they could flip themselves. I'm unaware of the 501st time in Vietnam, but It's also really easy to have this many vehicles for like a pure armor-only operation, but my point is most of these Vics have like an entire squad in them. So it's only 2 support vehicles, actually 3 counting the BMP, and then it's all BTRs, and all of the BTRs have like 8 to 10 guys in them. But what I'm really happy about right now is I'm not seeing any rubber banding of the units. I'm not seeing any major issues. The only time I just saw a rubber band right there was because someone was connecting.
Let's get more warmed up, shall we?
So that's the really good thing. Blue 4 and Green 4 are both Mujahideen. It's just, again, Blue 4 kits were made by me. Green 4 kits were made by Makarov. Little audio bug there, that's fine. Probably because Cheese was connecting. So the communities, I forget all of them, but if you go to the mission command and you look at the link, there's a roster link and you can see where everyone's from. We have a lot of auxiliary players too, which is really nice. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna smack them in this part. I will say though, the features I wanted to use with Zeus Enhanced, specifically the one where players see where I spawn stuff, because of the high player count, it really lags my interface out. So instead, I'm probably going to switch back to Achilles. Just because I'm more formally trained with it. But once TSB switches to Zeus Enhanced, I'll probably just put it back to Zeus Enhanced as well, because I have more experience with it at that point. Because flip-flopping between Zeus mods can be a pain in the butt. So Cheese is in Space Walrus' Vic.
Beacon to ground, we have eyes on the base, it's currently empty. We are moving in to investigate.
Base is empty.
A-firm, the fob has nothing in it.
Yeah, Tilster just keeps dying, or left actually keeps dying.
Copy that.
It's LFTND, I don't know what his problem is.
Company command to ICOM.
This is high, send message.
First Afghani town or compound is currently empty. Unsure where they went.
Roger, recommend you go in and investigate. Maybe there are more clues there. Over. Oh.
Copy. You copy that?
A-firm.
Please do that.
No one's actually went over and touched it yet. That's actually amazing. Wow, did he just skid on the right? Wow. That's funny. That's actually really funny. But they're doing a good job. They're pushing through contact. Oh, that. Yeah, so that IED was not set to pressure plate. That's why. Huh.
Company command to 1st and 2nd platoon. Push, roll forwards. Will hold now.
At least we know the sides are hostile to each other.
Dismount your forces and roll backwards with them.
That's funny. That's very lucky. So either I use the wrong model,
Contact
or...
This is 1st, 2nd platoon.
Nah, I probably just used the wrong model, to be perfectly honest. So they're about to walk up to that group. All right, so we're going to enable their pathing. They got set to defend only.
Take out that ambush from your rear with your weapon mounted, vehicle mounted weapon.
They're pushing
First
through
platoon
with that,
is
right?
dismounting to get security while you guys figure out what that second BT, that rear BTR.
I think those guys just went guns up.
Company, do you want second to dismount for this?
All right, so I'm gonna have 2 AT guys kind of join the fray from the rear element here.
Company, just keep us abreast of second platoon status and we'll be ready to move immediately.
Second platoon is dismounted. Where is this contact?
Copy, you want to clear the contact. Push it, remove it. Paste it into the ground if you need to.
So yeah, we have a lot of contact on the rear trying to push in. Keep those guys on the low ground, have these guys come up. Yeah, so I think they're noticing how dangerous that is. And otherwise, Recon is dealing with that squad.
Be advised, NG team is in contact. On,
so what I'm going to do is, just to make sure, I'm going to sneak in some pressure plate versions.
Recon to ground, we encountered patrol, we took them out.
Good copy. Keep on your toes.
Over those. Now I gotta remember where I put all of them.
Requesting ETA until that BTR.
I can have like a dud too.
Yeah, with the BTR damaged.
So I'll have a few duds, but that also makes sense. Like not every IED is gonna go off.
Which BTR is damaged?
Took a hit, yes.
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Do you need a repair? BTR that is damaged. You need a repair.
Watching the 24s as well.
If we're undamaged, first platoon would like to get remounted to get the fuck out of here.
Second platoon is not really taking much contact. We're good to remount if you want.
So I'm also trying to watch where air is, but I think in this alleyway I should be clear for the most part.
Good copy. Mount up. Mark where the position.
Barb muted himself.
That's how we can get air to run it through here after.
Pick it up, boys. Stand by, we're picking up.
So they're mounting up that. I'm just gonna, you know, have one more wave go in. Just got to make sure I put them to this mode because when I copy them, they're set to careless hold fire.
We form convoy.
TP to bread. So he would be up here.
First platoon is good to go, company. We're ready to head out when you are.
Copy. If you're ready, move. BRDM rolls out.
I'll have one more group kind of head up this way. Alright, and then where should my next ambush be? We'll probably just throw squads at them from up and down the valley. And Recon, I'll go ahead and have something come up and check on them. Yeah, so I think these squads aren't going to make it in time, which is fine. They keep setting themselves to defend only, though, because the vehicles, they detect them, they detect that they don't have any AT to deal with them either. The Mujahideen actually didn't have too many vehicles. It's just a lot of infantry engagement, and then I'll have to make sure. Let me add these trenches to my interface here. As they're moving by, I need to make sure I delete these, because too many at once can cause some server hiccups. But for a good firefight to start it off, it's a good call.
Company, we got contact front. BRDM is engaging something.
Yeah, but like a good childbirth, we're just gonna push through.
Ooh, he stopped short.
Copy that.
We're pushing through, yes?
Negative. All vehicles hold. IED on road.
Copy that.
Spread out, dismount while someone defuses that IED. I don't care how you do it. You've got guns, use them on the IED.
Yes, I put it down. I wasn't able to arm it, though, so it's not going to give any issues. But let's go ahead. This group, I'm going to go ahead and delete, say they pull back. And again, they got set to defend only.
Company command to 2nd platoon, are you alright?
That group's starting to move in. I'm just thinking I'm gonna start setting up these squads to move down, because we're just making this ambush valley at this point, you know. So rear element is pushing this contact.
Company, my Alpha squad is ready to death that IED on your order.
Do it whenever. Do some of your discussion, please. As soon as possible.
Copy that. IED detonated. Are we clear to move on?
Yeah, all squad, little platoon, mount up. We're gonna roll. That's right. If that IED is gone, we don't need to stick around.
Company, this is hi, message over.
This is company send.
I'm just gonna let you know, tell Logi to, that IED is neutralized. It is a physical item. The bomber wasn't able to put it in the armed animation, so they're just detonating a texture right now that's actually disabled.
Copy that, I'll relay. Logi, did you copy that?
Recon to ground. There was an ID placed in this base, and we also found all of the base's inhabitants. They have been slaughtered.
Company, my platoon is ready to go. First platoon is all set.
Repeat that, Recon?
This base's population was slaughtered. We found a pile of corpses. It was also mined by the enemy.
Copy that. HICOM. This is company TICOM.
This is eyes on message.
First Afghani base. All occupants slaughtered, mines placed in base.
Engine.
Roger. Don't go near it if it is mined. Proceed on task, over.
Copy that. Convoy commencing on task. We'll do so.
Yeah, so I need to actually have some AT
Company to scouts.
in these groups, so I'm gonna move them back there. So when I take a line of people, I can
Once
also
you
add
out of the area, get a pickup from air.
I just gotta make sure I don't add the SAM in.
Head and start having a look for the first Mi-24 crashed.
TP to Matt. Let's see where his line goes. His line goes there. That's the 4th vehicle in line. And that should work. Cool. Yeah, so if I scroll in too much, it renders too much of the server detail.
What's the hold up, Convoy? Platoon.
Which is pretty funny.
Requesting air picks me up and
Okay.
inserts me, please.
Yep, give me a second. Command, this is high. We have 1 time to reinsert for, I believe, a recon back at base. Over.
Copy that.
Wow, they do not like to pathfind at all. Oh, that was probably right in Air's view. Shit, I didn't notice they were up there. So I think they're trying to use grenades to neutralize some of these IEDs.
Command, are we good to move on?
Oh.
Repeat that.
Yeah, are we good to move on, Command?
Yep,
This
do
bandage
that.
time. Why is it increased?
Probably because you're not a medic.
Doesn't matter, it's still increased more than usual. I'm doing my left arm.
I haven't changed anything on medical, so.
BMP, we need to go!
Second platoon, you're free to move.
Contact for the convoy, RPG!
Second is moving.
Convoy, keep rolling.
Oh. He just got deleted. Here, I'm gonna put an IED on this crossroad here, and we'll set up to engage
Recon
this area.
to helicopters, do copy.
So I just have to time this accordingly. Now let's get some of the blue guys in because I have AT dedicated in all of them, but let's throw in this group here. So blue is more like weapon teams. Which is really nice.
This can be to platoons. Reminder, you'll be turning left.
Good copy,
Please
coming.
disseminate.
Second to last vehicle here. Ooh, they neutralized the IED. Great call there. Hey, some Dutch welcome.
Detecting the ID somewhere.
Yeah, so they blew that up. That was good. I just need to get the rear of the convoy harassed.
Infantry,
So I think the best way to do that would be to, I'm just going to use more dedicated weapon teams. Because I want to try to box the convoy in and force another dismount. But let's see, by now, what can I delete? All of the stuff they've pushed past.
they're defusing my...
My interface gets really laggy when I get that close
Copy
to
to
the map.
platoon, just dismount briefly. Get free to go in, but no need to trench up.
How's the convoy been?
We're just waiting on Logi to get rid of a mine.
Convoy's been going well so far.
Alright, this is G, we detect no mines.
Copy that. First platoon is
Just the hard part has been slowing them down, but it's making sense. I just have to catch them in a good IED trap, and then I'm A-okay.
Is it ground send?
Okay. There is nothing in this base that we could find of importance other than a lot of IDs. We're gonna be getting picked up by the helicopter. Where do you want us to go next?
I'm gonna want you to go and possibly head north of the potential search area box. Have a look in it. Just see if you can see where the I-24 is, so that you can so we can get first platoon directed there.
So the one at grid 083111? Is that search box you're referring to?
Yes, that search box I'm referring to.
Good copy. We will land somewhere to the west of it.
Good copy. If you see the 24, mark it so that first platoon can get there.
Here, so let's keep them kind of run down in this position.
Requesting ETA for ID disposal.
So we'll put 3 more down, and then we'll let them pass.
ID is disposed of 5 minutes.
Timing-wise, we're 30 minutes in.
Back up. We'll be rolling out with you mounted up. Do so quickly.
Oh, this is the new RHS launcher too, the older RPG, the RPG-18. So that's gonna make them pull back.
All first platoon is mounted.
Having some shooters doing some long-range fire from back here. Go ahead, get rid of those bodies. And so far, so good. The server is really handling this well.
On the right turn of the Mano sticks. We just got shot at.
Which is great. But let's see. Thinking some dedicated RPG teams would not be a bad call right now. And we're starting to put the Mujahideen over here to put pressure on Recon. But let's see if I can cause some issues here.
First platoon, you'll be rolling past platoon dismount mark, heading to first platoon dismount. Second platoon, once you reach second platoon dismount, do as marked this.
Really just a marksman harassment. These guys are on the rear covering here.
Platoon come out.
Second copy.
We got a nice trifecta of IEDs.
We detected 3 IEDs on the road. We're going to clear them, and there are contacts on the north-hand side of the road. That is all.
Copy. Look, if you see mine, just use the BRDM's main guns to just detonate them.
Just one issue, it's just below.
I picked that spot on purpose so they can't get away with that.
No can do. Vehicle can't get a range.
Ground, just to clarify, we're pushing past this, yes? First platoon is going to be continuing on.
Let's see if I can put AT on those Vics and make them panic.
Dismount, and your Vics will be dismounting and searching for the Mi-24.
Copy that. Will BRDM be leading us?
Yep, the BRDM will be leading you out.
Copy that.
BMG to ground, be advised.
Ooh, that's a hit! All right.
Emergency, Alpha BTR has been destroyed. We got mass CAS.
First platoon, get Alpha to mount up with on Bravo Vic, or get us rolling. What's the hold up?
Copy that.
That was a very nasty shot for me to do, in all honesty. But this is a good spot to box them in and put a lot of pressure on. Ground, this is high. We will have reinsert to base.
This is ground send.
Don't worry, I called in the reinsert, so air will come pick you up ASAP. This is high. Saying again, we do have a reinsert back at base for the main. Over.
Copy. I'll get tasking an aircraft to pick them up as soon as.
That was a... I didn't mean to make that shot. I just want to put pressure on him. But sometimes it be like that. So now we're gonna swarm the heck out of them and make them fight for this one. Because what I'm trying to do is make them call down a 24 strike. But it's going to require more pressure. I'm not going to aim for the BMP, though, because that's their crutch. Only if I really wanted to, like, end the op, I would aim for the BMP. Unless the BMP starts doing, like, really dumb shit. Yeah, so they've got the Vix to the low ground here.
First platoon, they're both BLM west. Get one of your squads to fire up there. There's infantry.
I got those forces on the rear harassing them as well.
Roger that.
But yeah, this has been a good ambush. I think I'm gonna add we'll put some machine gunners out on a far flank to shoot at them from like a really far range. So we'll get these dudes up here. They will engage from up there if I just give them a seek and destroy order. So now what I'm going to do is I need to have a BTR spawned.
Fucking BMP dealing with it.
I don't think I can get out of that compound, so I'll put it,
Down left, down left.
Put it right there.
Copy that. First platoon is almost ready to go ground. We're gonna have the BRD.
Yes, they have a lot of people mounted up as well. Recon is in a bunker right now. They're having air do airstrikes to...
Dude, get ready to mount up, if not mount up already.
Second platoon is mounting now.
Nice. All right, so the Mi-24s are getting some action. Good, that's what I want. I want these guys to charge in because they're a little behind here. Because the attack is starting to lighten up. They've detonated the IEDs so they can continue pushing. What I'm thinking now is we're probably going to give them a little bit of a breather, but I'm going to have hostile forces start coming in.
And they need more. Just get them to mount up inside of Bravo or whichever big space.
They can climb
already
to
done.
The BMP, big boy.
Freaking Angel and his horny comments, man. But let me get this right click here so I can add the trenches they've dug. Because again, more of these that I can add and delete as we go, the cleaner the server is going to be. Because all of these that are added just adds to the lag count, you know?
You're not going into the hills, you're going to be on the road.
These guys are getting left behind. Let me make sure he's unconscious. Yep, so they just got lost in the tree. There we go. Zen puts the skill over the health, and every other mod has the health over the skill, so I just have to adjust to that. Oh, these guys never aggroed. So now a lot of what we're going to have here is them just doing this big search. Anyway, send the boom. Thanks for the 6-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a kick out of this scenario.
We've got marksmen and snipers all along the eastern side. They've been taking pot shots at me for the last 10 minutes. Could we get the 24 to give a quick scout and put a gun over there? Marksmen and snipers on the eastern hills been shooting at everybody for 10 minutes. Get the 24 to check and gun.
Yeah, so I'm going to end key the units that are running through those rocks.
Command, Second, we are dismounting.
Right, second platoon, do a pronounce. Your Vics stay here with you. Keep each other covered. First platoon, move to your dismount.
Copy that.
Now, this is probably one of the most dangerous parts of the AO because they have to dismount and find the chopper, which it's not too hard. The smoke will give it away, which is what I want, but we still have all this other crazy stuff. Their vehicles are stagnant. So that stagnation can potentially get them killed if they're not careful. So they're going to have one platoon clear out this position up here.
Call if when first platoon is clear. When their dismount is clear.
Copy.
Again, I'm just, what the heck is that music he's playing, man?
Copy that.
I find that hilarious. So it's all about spawning stuff where no one can see it, and then having it trickle in.
Right, first platoon, if you see marker here on map.
Yeah, that's the other big issue. They're in a really big kill zone, and they're going to send all their squads
platoon,
up.
Head to here marker on map. That is where the Mi-24 is located. Do so quickly. First platoon vehicles remain
off,
here.
That's fine.
Hold, make a blocking position down road.
Copy. BMP is going to move to a blocking force after we get rearmed.
Lodgy, if you feel so inclined, you can move up to our side, being command, to have yourself some cover.
We're just going to move up to do the BMP. I'll put the line on the map. They've just been there all day, just taking pot shots.
Copy.
So he's landing up there. Ooh, this squad's gonna be danger close. Okay, so that means the AI is starting to lag a little bit, so I need to get rid.
Hey, Pizza, I know my ass is fine, but do you really need to climb inside it?
What on earth was that about?
That might be better for vehicle net.
That might be better for vehicle net, sir. I could not agree more.
Company detecting platoon, how goes your push on to the objective?
Be advised, command, first platoon has reached their dismount point. I'm having my squads beginning.
Yeah, so they are shooting.
Go to here marker. That is where the Mi-24 is. Move there quickly. Double time.
So 24 is coming into land. It's got a lot of people to pick up.
Currently a few hundred meters to
Reinserts are a little slow, but that's also because of just the situation with a lot of ground that air has to cover.
Okay, who gets to it? As long as you find it. First platoon, hold your position for now then.
Command second, we're taking heavy contact from the town.
Yeah, so I want to pretend there's a driver in here to maneuver that Vic around.
Are you in it? Yes or no?
Not yet.
Because of how long that's going to take.
Contact to the northwest of the town. Listen.
Oh, that kid, it's going good. Things are going good. We're just trying to milk this kill zone.
This is Recon, we have spotted the Mi-24. It is not on the marker. We are basically right next to it, so I recommend you don't move there.
Copy that. First platoon, head back to your Vics. Recon will get whatever they need from the Mi-24.
I want to get some marks
I
on
will
the
look
setup.
for survivors, or are we looking for black box?
I shall ask.
This is how you're looking for survivors. Over.
Good copy.
I mean, the BMP's with him. BMP's gonna snipe him, but yeah, it is. That's funny.
Alright, command, I'm gonna have first platoon start making their way back to our Vics. We will wait for your orders to remount.
All of that I can
Copy, just get security up in a moment.
Yeah, so I do have a ZU-23 over
if
here.
If requires needs assistance, you guys are available to move to them if they shout for it.
Almost currently working our way back.
What the fuck? So I think RHS broke their ZUs. Awesome. Really cool RHS, thank you. Yeah, that recoil just... Oh, so when the AI does it, it's fine. When I do it... Yeah, okay. I see how it is. The game's biased against players, I see. Who would have thought? Yeah, so I'm gonna start throwing in a little more AT here. Because I've got stuff crawling up the rear. Yeah, it's that defend only. That's an issue. I'm gonna send them over here instead. Here, I'm gonna spawn that in place.
This is Commander First Platoon.
Go for first platoon.
Apparently there's a VU somewhere between hair marker and the compound. Somewhere in between there. I'm uncertain exactly where, but that's what I'm getting told by JT.
Copy, interrogative. You mean between here marker and
yeah, I think he's still shooting at the
Point
that
à
one.
Claire, Turbo?
Yes, somewhere in between there.
Copy, that'll pass that on to my platoon.
So you got some machine gunners firing from range. You got these marksmen setting up. They're on that seek and destroy marker, but they're still moving closer, which means they're closing in to engage. And let's go ahead and get some more chunks of infantry to come in, but I need to start lessening that spawn. So what I'm thinking is we'll have one more group come around here. Yeah, so that line flashing is because the squad leader, it's glitching out the pathing marker. Those things are sitting ducks. I don't think I have any AT to push that position, though, unfortunately. Frames are feeling good, though. That's the best part about this.
Company, this is first platoon. We are all on the road and ready to remount on your orders.
Copy, I'm waiting for second platoon.
Alright, Liru's about to be an asshole.
Compound is clear, orders to need more assistance.
Copy.
Yes.
On that note,
This
second platoon.
Company second, we found a empty BTR in this compound for Alpha.
Copy that. Alpha, first platoon, dispatch Alpha to the compound so that they can go collect their BTR.
By then, they're going to get into combat. So now I gotta start thinking about what I'm gonna spawn in this other sector, because air's gonna start sending things over once that sector's done. So I'm gonna basically make some patrols here on the higher areas. Make a patrol within the town as well.
Good copy, BRDM.
And then another patrol up here. But I think at this rate, we're probably going to get and complete the secondary, and I'll have them make the blocking force as well. What I think I also want is we can claim that 2 of the ZUs were stolen from the FOBs. But I'm going to want another put back here for rear security. Yeah, I just need to
Company,
find
this is
a flat
second. We
place
got
to
eyes
put
on
them.
a smoking MI-24, not on the here marker, but on the crashed MI-24 marker. You're aware of that, right?
I'm aware of that as recon. On that note, recon, did you find any survivors?
Yeah, so I'm using recovery ones to tow. I'll put that
Come
one a
on,
little far
discount.
off. Oh wow, MI-24 just came in and stopped that. Yeah, so I think at this point I can also get rid of that patrol. Now, if I really wanted to be mean, I could, but that's just gonna kill a lot of people, and there's no reason to really do that.
First platoon to
Fine,
second platoon, what's
I'll
your
do it
status?
myself.
Over.
Compound is secure. We're looking for intel right now.
I hear their
Copy
voices.
that. First platoon is still holding at their dismount point, awaiting orders.
First platoon, did you not dispatch Alpha to go collect their Vic?
Say again?
Did you dispatch Alpha to collect their vehicle, yes or no?
Negative, not yet.
Right, but second platoon, get one of your guys to drive it down to first platoon. If that compound is clear. Anything of note inside
He's gonna
that
fucking
compound.
chase me down.
Appreciate the backup vehicle, second platoon.
So some of them survived.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm packing my. We pack later. We need to get out here first. Let's go northeast.
Just flew
Recon
away.
to ground. We have found the crash sites. We have found the pilots. Both of them are dead. We are blowing the helicopters so they cannot be recovered, and all of the vehicles that the insurgents had with it.
Good copy, Recon. Bad news, but it's what I expected, sadly. Once you've jetted it, all ensured it's destroyed, get yourself mounted. Or actually get yourself moving to the locate the second wreck. Or just resupply back at base, whichever. I'm leaving it up to your discretion there.
Repeat last for Recon.
Recon, you can head back to base and rearm after this, and then...
We don't need rearm. What's next objective?
Your next objective will be to have a look at the town of Haysat.
What are we looking for there?
Just if there's enemy contacts there, yes or no.
I can already tell there will be without looking.
Right.
I can tell that there will be people there.
Do you still want us to look there?
Yeah, just in case any heavy emplacements so we can avoid them.
Good copy.
I think the AGS just creamed those forces. What just exploded? Or no, they deaded it, that's what. Okay. Nice. Alright, so those guys were dead already, so it's not a big problem.
Second, we have cleared out the area.
Copy, second platoon. Get that BTR roll down to first platoon, and then we'll get a shuffle on.
This is High Sun message.
The BMP is currently stuck in a elevated position. It cannot lower its gun any further. It can go higher than normal. We may need a replacement.
Roger, dismount it. That is a known glitch. I will replace it. Stand by.
Dismounted, ready to move.
Cool, copied everything. Ooh! That was the BRDM hit by an AT guy right there. Engine's dead. Didn't cook off though, which is good.
Ground, this is first platoon. Be advised, BRDM just took a hit. Believe RPG.
Good copy. Roll it back if you can. Did BRDM suffer casualties from that?
Alright, I'm gonna walk this group down.
Engagement direction was believed to be northwest of the BRDM.
Copy. Did the BRDM take...
To see if I can go get some AT on those guys, because they've been sitting there without a lot of contact.
Right, are they dead?
Unknown, I'll go find out for you.
Copy. BMP, once you're able, get moving up there and support them whilst they figure out what they're gonna kill them.
Yeah, BRDM is dead in the water. I've got to move up to repair it.
Alright, so malfunction has been fixed. We're
Copy that, logistics, do so.
Yeah, they gotta get Logi to go up and fix it, but... Might get
Fine, we
messy.
might have to tell the BRDM back though.
If you can, that'd be great, but logistics is moving up to get it sorted, so just keep it
What the heck
covered.
just flew? Did he fly out of the map? Nope,
First
okay.
platoon to command.
This is command, and
The AI want to be AT gods too,
One is
right?
currently up, other one is currently
That's the thing, you can't tell if the AI are going to be dog shit with their AI all night or if they're actually going to like land a nasty shot, you know?
this time.
Just part of the game.
Keep over and moving back to your VIX.
As I've made sure, you might have some people though because of how multi works, but it should be fine. But thanks for the reminder. Yeah, so I'm not trying to kill anyone. I'm just trying to knock them unconscious.
Hey, we're hearing some suppressed shots to our east. Does anyone know anything about that?
So as a disclaimer, I don't actually have any CIA units down. I just said that as a, you know, a thing to make them freak out, but...
BMP to ground, be advised. We got some kind of suppressed shooter to the northeast down the hill.
I think this guy has an AT.
Second platoon, how copy?
Ooh, he does have AT grenades. I'm gonna chuck him up there. Dang.
Second platoon, this is company, how copy?
Company second, we're mostly mounted back up. We're bringing the BTR with us.
He's running away. I can get all that sent at this point. That's all demoed. Still doesn't need to exist anymore. Bodies were found too. It's
sorry, first the BTR got flipped going downhill.
Copy that.
This is company to second platoon. Dismount your guys from it. Contact HICOM.
Ah, yes! The worst type of opponent is when you're fighting friendlies.
Down the spot.
Yeah,
I'm betting the whole
gotta drive it. You get it. We're driving. We're leaving.
There we go. Yeah, so, not sure if those guys can bring that asset over because it's the backpack version instead of the launcher version. He has an RPG? Yes, I'm using Deuce in Hands. But what are you talking about, Dion, for what feature? Did they just figure out that they were shooting each other? Yeah, the AI, once they're set to combat, it's a pain in the butt to move.
First platoon to second
Just hold for a moment. Wait until we got second platoon up here now.
Oh, that's my Stinger battery. Well, rest in peace, my Stingers.
Second platoon, if you've not already, start moving up to first platoon.
Our last pick is just now getting that.
Oh god, look at that floor change.
Repeat last.
Ooh, RPGs! That one was short.
Company to second platoon, are you moving?
Oh, you just... wow.
I dare say nothing helpful.
The rolling floor, yeah, right? No, don't make. I'm not gonna say anything bro related though. Like I would think that's a waste. 'Cause I don't have anyone to bro off of, you know.
I copy. We're trying to get everyone mounted up. It's a little hectic.
Copy. Do you
All
need me to
break.
come down there?
Break, this is Recon. We have found and disposed of the enemy stinger.
Copy that, recon. Get it picked up, get it secured. RTB back to the airfield to secure it.
A firm.
Recon, this is high. Bring it to the cargo box by the LZ where we keep the cargo ropes, and we'll consider that secondary objective secured. Over.
Repeat, bring them where?
Back at base, there is a cargo box by the landing pad with the resupply boxes. The cargo net box that contains the cargo slings. Put the slingers in there to complete the objective. Over.
So they are snow box. Good copy.
Technically, yes. Oh, that's why. It's because they didn't get shifted. They're still on careless hold fire. I hate that. That's the one thing I actually don't like about copying and pasting stuff from debug, is they keep the status change. For some uses, I can understand why that would be nice, but for my particular situation, it's a little annoying. Because I'll change it, but then Arma might not register that I change it, so it becomes a gigantic pain in the butt.
Negative.
This thing does not want to aggro on stuff.
First platoon, second platoon requesting update.
This is second. I'm still waiting on Vix, so we're just walking on foot right now up north.
So I'm going to adjust him a little bit just to say he gets towed.
Yell at him to get us. That'd be great.
This is vehicle logistics to high.
This is high, sun message. Logi, this is high, sun message.
Do we have any encryption specialists on station today?
Why do you ask? Over.
I have taken a short-range radio from the enemy. We may be able to hack into their comms.
Roger. Give that to one of the pilots. They can bring it back to base and put it in the cargo box as well. Break. Anything fancy, let's move to that box and we'll see what we collect at the end of the operation. Over.
Do that, JTAC. When you get a chance, I've got a radio on me. Just send a pilot over, I'll pass it on.
First platoon, get ready, mount up. Second platoon's here.
Copy that. Do they have Alpha's PTR?
They should do.
Command, second. I've got all but one squad loaded. They've got an AFK guy. They're having trouble getting him.
This is we go to high.
This is high, sun message.
Do we want to capture enemy rockets as well, or only the stingers?
Stingers and rockets are fine, but if you have to prioritize one over the other, just the launchers. Over.
I'm talking about long-range radios from the enemies. Do we want those too?
If you want. Over.
First platoon and second platoon request that you just drive Alpha's BTR close.
Bring the Alpha's BTR, sorry, up.
Ooh, lightning outside. That's not good.
Go ahead and park it in front of command's BMP, please.
Ooh, that landed really close to my house. That's why there was the flash, but hot damn. Here, we'll do dug-in ones that aren't pressure plated, but I'll put a small one.
You read me of sending the BTR for Alpha up.
And again, I have to do it at an angle where the VIC can't engage, so I need to slope it like this.
First platoon relate to Alpha that it's being brought up.
Copy that, already done.
So those bodies I'm going to quickly clear. We're trying to have all this infantry come around and swarm. Why are the AT guys lagging behind? Some of the AI calls that they
Recon to ground.
M124
M124 has been sent back to base with 2 times stingers, 4 times rockets, and enemy long-range radios. That's a high priority.
Coordinate over there to get yourselves picked up and get back to base as soon as possible.
What am I because it didn't copy the second one. So,
Alright, company, I'm gonna have my guys.
also I've noticed the op has actually been a lot more stable. Usually we'd see a lot more crashes. Like last time we had just some people constantly crashing, but this one they've been a lot more balanced on, which is great in my opinion. So at this point, they just need to regroup.
Recon to ground, we copy.
This is ground and...
Do you still want us to move down to high sat?
Oh, he's out of missiles. Or rockets, technically. Missiles are guided.
Helicopter's job. We already loaded in the heli. We don't have them on us.
So the aircraft has picked them up?
Yes, the aircraft has them inside.
Right.
Do you believe?
If so, get a move on then. Do a high sat.
Good copy.
Oh, that went over. Actually, that went under his nose. Ha!
Command second, we have everyone mounted at this point.
Ooh, that exploded right next to him.
And then we'll roll.
Can't blame me for trying.
So reminder
to get rid of that chunk of VIX, that chunk of, not VIX bodies, excuse me.
First platoon is all mounted, command. We're ready to go.
Copy. BRDM, lead out. We gotta move on now.
Alright, so Recon has a lot of coverage from that one area. So I need to spawn stuff outside of Recon's field of view as they push into that town objective. So what I can do is I can have stuff around the mountainside come in to reinforce. So where I can, I'm also trying to make sure I don't spawn in a bunch of AT guys because that stuff was technically limited. So just to put pressure on Recon's movement, I'm going to send all that around, and then I need a big group back here, which I'm thinking I'm going to do the whole 9 yards. But I'm watching that 24 because I might want to try to put pressure on it. Just got to be careful when you load that many units at once because less powerful servers, it can cause desync spikes. Are you really blind, or?
Alpha lead to high, can you wipe our vehicle's inventory before people get funny ideas?
Please pin your position, over.
IED on the road.
Oh.
Command, we dismounting?
Copy, dismount whilst BRDM diffuses the IED.
Yeah, thunderstorms are worrisome. Oh, there's the rain, but I just want to make sure that I don't lose power. I mean, we've been going for a good hour. I think this op will actually end earlier than I thought it would. So.
Be advised that my guys are reporting ZU to the east.
To the east?
Copy.
Yeah, so they spotted it.
This is command to BRDM. Was that the IED being set off? All forces, mount back up ASAP. We need to get out of here before that DFU whips us in half.
Oh, that's a threat. That's the BMP.
BMP, are you able to engage that ZU?
I'm out of this distance concept of the ZU!
Thanks for giving me concealment. Oh, that got me. Yeah, so the 2D model is, for the variant, whatever you use, it's more up-armored, so ZUs actually do a lot less damage to it.
First platoon's ready to go.
Yep, I see the traces.
Oh, I just ran in. I was trying to get around it, but Arma said no. What, I freaked the driver the fuck out. He's panicking. Easy to get a route out of people, isn't it? How am I alive? Never mind. Yeah. That happens. Uh-oh. Well, it's an easy shot. I'm sorry. How are you alive, sir?
Logi, this is first platoon.
I'll need somebody to at least patch me up while I'm doing logistics. That's for the BMP, please.
That had to have been a weak hit then.
We need to move.
Oh, Edwin didn't call for a TP like a goober. Let me see, where's his group? Sank to ML, that's it.
Logi, at your earliest convenience, the BTR behind the BRDM could use repair for their gun.
Copy that, Logi. Move in position.
First platoon, second platoon, what's the hold up right now?
Oh.
Ground, this is first platoon. Can we move?
Copy. Is second platoon fine?
Second platoon still taking heavy contact. We need to either leave or dismount.
Leave mount up or just roll. Get you guys mounted and we'll start rolling.
So what do you guys think so far? I think we've been doing, it's been a little quicker than I thought it would go. But it's definitely going a lot better.
Recon to ground. The town has at least 3 enemies. One of them has an RPG. We're currently trying to snipe them from the mountains.
Copy that. Greatly appreciated. Report if you've killed them.
That guy's getting down.
Hey, Firma will.
They would have heard that sniper.
Thank you, Logi.
Yeah, because, oh, wait, no, I wouldn't.
He'll be up soon enough.
First platoon is all set to move.
Right, second platoon, have you got moved up yet?
No, they had to have used the marksman for that shot. Even then, like, that they were right under him, so they would have heard it. They just got set to defend only. This is just the AI being finicky. Just to make them move faster.
Second platoon, are you moving?
Second platoon is moving.
Copy, just keep up. First platoon, keep rolling.
So I'm gonna reorder these guys to go up there. So the reason my my thing's lagging like this is because of how.
You're gonna want first platoon to go ahead and clear that while second gets security.
Platoon, you will dismount as well as second platoon. All squads will dismount. We'll go through it and clear it.
All right.
After that, we'll go along the eastern route.
I think it's just too much AI for them to micro, which is why they're so slow.
To find the MI-24 and then move on. I'll copy.
Good copy. BRDM is picking our dismount point.
Copy.
There's no CIA guys. That's just a ploy for the AO. So I'm just trying to get everything boxed in here.
Hi, Con, this is Bravo. We're actually getting a fair bit of desync here, and it's causing a few stutters and hitches.
This is high. I'll monitor it. Stand by, over. Yeah, I see it.
First platoon is halting. BRDM took a hit. They're all right, but we're not driving into that town.
Company, do you want second to dismount?
No one's joined the server, so it's just the network.
Pushing down.
Or my connection, but I don't have any dropped frames.
Guard your vehicles if you're live.
So it might just be because I have too much stuff down, so I'm gonna quickly get some stuff deleted and cleared.
Recon to ground, the RPG is dead.
Good copy, thank you.
We also took a little ambush on us, but we dealt with them.
Good copy.
Company, second, are we good to move into the town and start clearing?
Yep, you are fully cleared to do so. That is what my orders were. Orders currently outstanding. Dismount your forces.
Nah, trenches can be spotted by air and would have gotten struck. That's why I'm not really dealing with any fortifications.
Alright, Recon, your next tasking, as we already know the location of the Mi-24...
Was he shooting through the building? Wow.
The town of... Have a look through Yanto Bin.
Yeah, that's one of the weaknesses of having third-person in vehicles. It can be a little annoying.
Is Yanto Beer friendly, or are there enemies there?
We'll be sitting about blocking position there, so...
If I break you all apart in a swarm, are you going to stop moving?
Good copy.
Yes, you are. God, that's annoying. All right, I'm going to break them into smaller swarms then.
I'll be getting in contact with helis for them to pick me up.
Good copy. This is command, 1st, 2nd platoon, get your infantry to move into the town and start clearing it.
That's a perfect shot.
First platoon, 2nd platoon, your areas of the town are marked on map.
Oh my god.
Command.
I mean, this is vanilla AI, like VCOM's a lot worse, but... It's because Zen's copy-pasting properties with pre-placed units, and sometimes they get stuck. And it's a little annoying to have to deal with sometimes. But we'll persevere. That just means I have to keep units in smaller squadrons, and we'll bypass that issue entirely. Hey, Dimmy, how you doing?
Command to platoons, how is your squad moving to town going?
Yeah, so I think we heard gunfire over there when they were attacked, so I'm actually going
Command,
to...
this is 1st platoon.
With AT,
first set of buildings to the southwest have been cleared. We're continuing to push further north into the town time now.
Copy. 2nd platoon, how's your push going?
Good so far, all we've seen are dead bodies.
But yeah, also the desync might just be because I'm loading in too much stuff at once.
As in, do they have guns? Yes, no.
Or it just could have been a small network hiccup. Oh, he just got executed. Alright, so these guys are engaging.
Company 2nd, they're armed.
This is company send.
Company 2nd, the dead bodies are armed.
Now the server's desyncing too, so that means that the server is
or cross when you clear them.
Having a hiccup then. Man, this is high. Message over.
This is command send.
So the server's having minor hiccups because the AI are desyncing with you, so it's just network traffic. There's nothing I can do about that. If it's not manageable, I will just mass delete the AI and have us go on a hold. Over. Ooh, friendly
Copy.
fire.
Currently, frames and codes are fairly good. Not many hiccups there.
Roger, out. See how they're kind of rubber banding like that? That means the server itself is, either it can't handle the current load, which isn't the problem. I think it's just a network hiccup based off of everything that's going on. Just in cyberspace.
Command to second platoon, how goes your push? There's too many buildings being marked, that's all.
I mean, it doesn't seem to be causing an issue with players or AI targeting,
My guys are
so...
currently engaging additional contacts to the west of the town. Time now.
Copy, thank you, platoon. Second platoon.
Hey, Barb. Yeah, there have been a few. That was the only FF I saw that actually resulted in a KIA, but... Any station on net, this is high. We do have reinserts back at base, over.
Command copies.
Hey, I called in, yeah, this is my push talkie. I called them in. You guys will be reinserted when they can get you in.
Thank you, Liru.
Thank you.
Yeah, so they pulled back. And then let me quickly check up here. Yeah, the trenches, that was also previously mentioned. Let's go ahead and get these added to the interface and removed. I don't think that's what's causing the network desync, though. Trenches are more likely to cause lag first before desync like this. And they have to be in a bigger number. So from what I can see, things are fine.
Company, this is 1st Platoon. My guys are requesting resupply. How copy?
You're requesting resupply? Good copy.
Was that an airstrike?
Second, can we get,
yes, it was. That's a delayed airstrike.
Copy.
Yeah, they did just do a pretty nasty fire on friendlies. Holy shit. Alright, let's take a line of dudes, add a few more variations here. Move them up. Fog of War, yeah. It's a messy one.
The advised 1st Platoon lead has additional contacts to the northeast of High Sod, far on the hill.
Copy that.
So I think I'll trickle in only 1 or 2 more squads, and then we'll have them attack from the front as well. But I want to lessen the amount of AI I have down right now, because I don't know where the exact network hiccup is. I'll wait for him to make the request, because I don't know if he's still connecting or not, because teleporting someone while they're still connecting can also crash them, which in turn will cause more network desync. So I think Rook is screwed. No offense to Rook, but he got airstruck and left behind.
This is Command Platoon 1. We're getting that resupply torch here now, and they'll probably be in that spot up.
Copy that.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I hit him or not. Alright, yep, there's a TP. To Matt.
Company, this is 2nd. All buildings on the road are cleared.
Copy that. Just vehicles move into the town then. We'll just get a perimeter up whilst we get reinserted portion and the resupply portion. But
yeah, no, the stability of this has been really, really good. Like for 90 players. Technically, we're at 87, but 93 signed up. So, I mean, that ratio, too, is really, really good. Rook died.
Company to all forces move into the town.
So I'm going to watch. If he asks me for a teleport, I'm going to say, no, buddy, you got airstrike.
Resupply and mean to forces. How copy?
Copy that. First platoon copies.
I will not break their immersion and do bro speak over the radio. I'm sorry, guys. That's where I draw a line, unfortunately. If bro speak is good for when I'm with people on the ground or in a meme-op or if I'm doing FNF, but when I'm actually doing something like this has been one of my end goals to do for years, and I'm not gonna start ruining my reputation for a gag. I'm sorry, guys. But Shade Shadow, thank you for the 32-month resub nonetheless. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you're getting a kick out of this scenario.
First platoon Vix, what's the hold up? We're moving into the town.
Is this EU or NA? Funny.
Want, first platoon Vix to remain.
Unless you're actually serious. I'm sorry, because that's normally the question people ask in FNF.
We're setting up a temporary defense in.
Some of the communities are EU based here. Most are NA based, but most of the players are from TSB. Because we had a lot of groups take a break. Shame though, they missed a fun one. Because we're getting a good balance of destroying a few of the players' vehicles, but not causing any major mass cases that'll force the MI8s to be like at, or excuse me, 24s at full capacity. So balance-wise, things are going good. For the most part. And the BMP is also not being too overbearing, which is also a good plus. How might I sign up? DM me on Discord. I can get you an MCO auxiliary tag, and you can join the next one, which is probably...
This is first platoon, my guys.
I haven't decided on... I think it's going to be a World War II one, and then we'll do a US...
at grid 093.
We'll do a World War II Germans versus Russians thing, and then a World War II scenario. Or, geez, sorry, I'm talking in circles. First a World War II in 3 weeks. Okay, so at least he brought that up, because I was about to say, like, I literally watched an airstrike hit you, buddy. But I'm glad he at least mentioned that, so it means I don't lose my respect for him. But anyway, the next one in 3 weeks will be a World War II. They will play as Germans fighting Russians, and then the next one after that, I'm going to do a 70 or 80 person U.S. counterinsurgency style scenario, probably on lithium.
Meantime, resupply will take some time to get here.
I can hear it. I'm too far in the low ground, though. I can't see him. So I'll let the AI handle it. Super Cruise. What's great is we can just track the line. But yeah, I do have this open to auxiliary players right now until I get a more solid number count. Because the roster, for most of the time, was only up to like 70 players slotted. The last 20 came literally at the last second. Like today and yesterday. I'm probably going to boop the VRDM. Holy fuck! I didn't know he'd be right there. That was a proper boot.
You want us to dismount?
Holy crap! That was a bully right there, but they're on their own with no infantry screen, so shrug. I'll say that in debrief. Just a reminder, guys, make sure you're with an infantry screen if you're in a town, because something can literally walk right on top of you. So I think, yeah, Astraeus here is going to watch them run back. He's literally watching the AT guy run back, too. This is the AI, which I find hilarious. But the RPG's running for his life, too. Oh, that's funny.
There's enemy infantry in there hiding, getting ready to ambush.
Oh, that's so funny, because they're going to think that's me. I guarantee you they think that's me. Because the AI normally don't do that. Oh, he dead. I was going to try to just fire another RPG up there. But yeah, I just bullied the Logi vehicle pretty bad. Oh, well. So we're still not in the second AO. Recon's on the high end. I didn't want to spawn anything up there, but I guess they just wanted to go in that spot. And we're at the 1.5 hour mark. And we're at the halfway point between the two primary objectives. So we're actually doing really well for time. So we'll probably end this early. I'll let them establish the blocking position. We'll throw a massive counterattack. We'll probably end this by the 3 hour mark. But with like all objectives done, because they're doing really well for themselves.
Recon to ground, we're looking at the Yanota it's completely empty.
Ooh, I just got headshotted.
Do you want us to still enter it, or do you want us rather to clear the path for you somewhere more south?
Yeah, so the reason I don't have anything in there is because of the desync issues.
We are looking at Yanotabir. It is empty from our position. Do you want us to
so I'm gonna trickle stuff in.
Or do something else, ground?
From angles they can't see. I hate to do it that way, but that's literally because I wanted to lessen the amount of stuff I was spawning because we're having some desync issues.
I would say return back to regular infantry force. You join up with us.
We are next to Gonzalap, but we can go and meet you there.
Yeah. Regroup back, go out the bad.
Oh, they're talking about that town. Okay, so I was gonna fortify it, but Recon went super duper far out, so. Oh well. This is why Recon is a plus and a con.
Also, Logi lead is down.
Bravo marked their position on the map, last call sign.
Oh god, he's alive. Because they didn't update my marks.
Alright, second platoon squad, anyone for this marker? We don't have the Delta.
This is company platoon. We adjust about 2-3 miles down.
I mean, just anybody?
Copy that, and that includes resupply.
Yeah, they both.
Copy that.
So they got Zope towing resupply in. Yep, so that's a platoon level resupply. Ground, this is I. Be advised, we do have 1 times reinsert back at base. Brad, I already called it up. Resupply just left, so it might be a few minutes.
Alright. Bravo to AGS team. Did you come over to our position, or are you elsewhere?
But I'm really happy with how effective this this AO has been. I think because they're calling resupply, I'm gonna throw another squad or 2 out there. And then I might, what I'll do is, if Recon moves, I'll drive some Vix up when it's time.
Gonzalaba, this is also fully empty from what we can see, but the town of Itnikora with a helicopter has enemies running all around there. If you want us, we can provide airstrikes, accurate airstrikes on these groups.
Do so, please. You have full discretion to use the air asset provided to you.
This is high. Say again on previous message, over.
Recon or ground?
For Recon.
We will be calling in airstrikes around the town of Itnikora.
Was there anything around that town, over?
A firm hostile movements on the roads in the forests.
Anything else, over?
The wreck, but we're not going to be airstriking that.
A firm. Just note that the pilots might still be alive, so you got to be really careful with those airstrikes, over.
A firm. That's the reason we're not striking them, the pilots themselves.
High command, second platoon.
This is ISON message.
We have a guy stuck under the VRDM. Could you move him just a little bit?
Yeah, might want to back up.
Yeah. I think he's gonna teleport him, not to the... Where did he go?
I think he just died. That or I don't know where he just went. I just gotta make sure he didn't, like, fly out of the map.
Company second, we've got a couple of reinserts. What's the ETA?
Yeah, I have. I don't know where he went. Yeah, so the other helicopter's almost over. We got a lot of forces pulling out of the AO. I'm gonna put in some more hit teams here. So some bigger squads, because now the server I've seen the desync has kind of stopped on all the units here. See, he's running flat with no hit. Ooh, wait. Thought I saw one there, but no, that was just the marker glitching out. So yeah, these guys are pulling back, so I can delete them because they're pulling out of the AO. Gotta make sure after I give these orders here, they don't regress back, because sometimes, again, Zen doesn't register. So if they're stuck in like a walking animation, for example, him I can delete, and they're fine. But if they go into the V, then I know that it's good. Hey, I saw what I did and went run. Yeah, right. The RPG. They knew their fate was sealed at that point. Just a blind fire. See if we can get a reaction from the BTR, but they have it entrenched, so I think they're going to be a bit more defensive about it.
This is Recon 2 ground forces. Possible enemy movements to your north. We are too far away to know if there's enemies or friendlies, but there's guys who are moving awfully suspiciously north of you in the woods, like 100 to 200 meters to your north.
I think they spotted this group.
Company copied, thank you. We got.
Could actually tell, because we can look.
At least the squads.
Yeah, so I think he sees this group right here.
Copy.
Because he's looking in that direction.
I will go and get them.
But yeah, MCOs won't always have recon tasks, because sometimes they're really difficult to balance. Little bit of desync again.
Thank you. You guys seen Foxtrot squad lead?
I've got no dropped frames. Let me delete bodies. Because I think it's actually just purely tied to the amount of AI down. Yeah, they regressed. I'll put them in a diamond.
Company second, looks like the wheat fields are clear. We're ready to mount up whenever.
Copy. The resupply has been dropped. Hopefully the reinsert.
They're coming. They just one of them was doing airstrikes, the other one was bringing resupply in, so give it a few minutes.
Of command vehicle in the field.
Don't you worry, I didn't forget about you.
First platoon to ground, getting my guys resupplied up. We're just gonna rotate one more squad in here in a minute or two. I'll let you know when we're all set.
Copy. When all weapon ready, mount up, and we'll head down.
So they dropped the resupply over here.
We'll be basically doing an armored convoy. We're not.
Again, it's meant to resupply an entire platoon, but not the entire company.
Go around, I should say.
Good copy.
But I guess they didn't tell the difference there. I think it's because Recon's so far out and it's causing all of this stuff to get rendered.
All call signs, first platoon on station for 20 seconds.
Good copy.
The Soviets were never destroyed. It was, they just pulled out of the region, similar to how the US left Vietnam. That was it. But this is early when I forget the exact year, but this was like a few months after the CIA started giving Stinger missiles out to the Pakistani tribals, which then went to, you know, other groups like the Mujahideen. So that's why there's only a handful in the region. Looks like the desync cleared up a bit. So I think it's literally just because of the range of the player base here with all the AI in the middle is causing all of it to be rendered. So it's just causing some nasty hiccups. So I need to focus AI that are closer and potentially delete some of the farther back squads. But I'm going to harass their rear just to say they came down from the mountains. I don't think this gun has sight lines, yep. So they're just striking some of the patrols that are moving around. I think the best part has been trying to get the balance between players and like the amount of time players can engage enemies, but have it all even across all the groups. That's been the hardest part about this. I want to make sure the Mi-24s are allowed to shoot because, you know, that's what they signed to do. I want to make sure the vehicle crews have had room to engage stuff, and it's not just one asset doing everything. The BRDM did some really great IED stuff. Speaking of IED, I think I'm going to put some small ones down here.
How good do we fly?
First platoon to ground. We are almost done resupplying. Got one more squad. I'll let you know.
Copy that.
BMP to high.
This is high, son message.
We adopted the BIDM crew and we've discovered a bug that the commander's optic is what breaks the BMP's turret and it's now got erectile malfunction again.
Roger, dismount from it. I'll give you one more refund if it breaks again, though. We're just going to say it broke down and it's unable.
We fixed it.
Okay, disregard. If you fixed it, then okay. No need for me to do anything then. It's good that they kept the command vehicle alive, though, which is a plus. The BRM. So this is good, though, because when I review this, I'll take a note of how much AI I'm spawning, and I'll see if it was spawn counts of AI. But that's my working thesis right now. Just too much AI down is causing that desync, because it's not an issue of the server can't handle it. It's an issue of the network of all the players handling it cannot be handled by the server.
First platoon to ground. Getting my guys out now. We're starting to remount our Vics. We'll call when all mounted.
Copy that. Good to hear. Let's get the convoy order back onto the road, heading east.
How are we doing? 2:39, almost the 2-hour mark. All right, it's good. Let's see if I can run a dude in. There's been a bit of blue on blue, 1 KIA because of blue on blue, but that's bound to happen in a actually any scenario, even if you give them radios and GPS or CTAB. By the way, I will never do an MCO with CTAB because CTAB just crashes too many people, ratio-wise.
First platoon, get your victim behind.
Jeez, the amount of frags I was given.
First platoon to ground. Request Bravo's trying to get to their position in the convoy. Can you make sure that the vehicle's clear?
As long as your entire platoon is at the front of the convoy, I don't mind.
Oop. So some minor harassment from the rear here.
This is Recon to ground forces, do you copy?
10 for ground, recon.
I believe there is again a squad close to you, to your north. At least one full squad moving your way. They are very slow, but they are most definitely enemy. They are sneaking up to you.
Copy
So
that,
they
we'll
see him
engage
from
them as
that
soon as we
open
can.
area.
Are you currently in town or have you moved out?
Ground. Break. First platoon is ready to move out.
They have multiple RPGs and they're waiting for the road. Be careful when you move out, that's a big squad.
Interrogative, BMP, what are you doing?
If all vehicles
Yeah, it goes
are
above
ready
the
for
sight
business,
line a bit too
get
hard.
rolling.
I will shoot AT at that thing. I want to... Ooh, almost friendly fire to dude. I believe.
Hey, yeah, BMP to our front is dismounted for some reason.
It's a private problem. Please don't stare at it.
Recon to ground forces, don't exit town yet. Calling in the north, danger close, rocket strike north of your town because there was a missile launch from north of the town on the helicopter.
Company copies. You have permission.
It's already called in. It's 300, 400 meters to your north.
Copy that. We'll wait to move until we'll wait to move after our strike.
Hey, firm.
Platoon, there's a strike.
They got most of my guys with that. Nice.
BMP, get us rolling.
Alright, so now the tough thing is going to be getting units in there. I have an idea, though, and this can give a target to those players as well. I just have to make sure I pull some decent ones here. So vehicles for the Mujahideen were really rare, which is why I got to be careful when I place this, because I don't want to overdo
Just to clarify,
anything.
ground, we're pushing all the way into the town of Break. Gonzalabad.
I'm not sure what you said, but plan at current is we're rolling all the way down to the town of Inokura.
Copy.
If there's a mine, we go around it. If we can't go around it, we destroy it.
So they're moving around a different direction. This is going to allow me to get a lot of these bodies deleted.
Hey, Command, can we put a BTR in front of the BMP, please? Because we're having issues with the gun not being able to shoot down.
What's the issue? Repeat.
You're going. One of your BTRs is going in front because we're way more valuable than your BTR, so you can get in front with it.
We're also having an issue where they're going with the press.
Copy that. Go ahead. Stand by.
I told them I'd respawn it again for free, but afterwards it would be technical issues, so I think they misheard me. But I'm not going to correct them. Listening's important. It's a valuable reading skill. Or learning skill, life skill, whatever. You know what I mean. So some small arms fire going on. They're just going to drive through it. Get all of these deleted as they move on by. Run on foot, goobers! All right. So with some of these AI falling behind, I'm just going to go ahead and we'll wait till air flies over and delete them. But I think that's, yep, coming in with the reinserts as well. But really, these infantry are slow because of the helicopter roofs, but that's fine.
Reports contact northwest. Reporting contact northwest.
Yeah, the
Mujahideen didn't actually have a lot of statics. Like, I had a few, don't get me wrong. You know, ZUs, a few Dishkas, but they've already blown past those. Really, it's just what was captured from the Afghanis. Just, again, I try to do research for the time. And that's just what the research reflected. I want to nail that helicopter, but... Oh, they're completely miscoordinating these reinserts. Oh, dear. That's going to be interesting. Alright, I'm getting everything sent around. Plus, anything, again, I was worried about how much I would be spawning in. Anything that was pre-spawned.
At Nikora in sight.
In Arma can be a pain in the butt. So this is all
Ground,
about micro.
we're dismounting at Nikora.
Because sometimes stuff that you spawn in a mission file that then come in can be a little framey, or they don't work right, or they take a little while to connect stuff. Because all the AI are tied to my client.
Ground, this is first platoon.
As a Zeus, but AI tied to the mission file are, they can be a little laggier unless you have headless clients.
Interrogative, are we dismounting at the town of Etnikora?
We don't want to Zeus with headless clients because they can be a pain in the butt.
Copy. We're going to be dismounting there, getting to the Mi-24 back. If we're looking for pilots. If they're dead, not so good, but that's okay. But preferably alive.
So those two purple markers are the pilots.
I'm gonna go ahead and call this, call hold and dismount here.
Ooh, they held right in front of the IED. Good call.
We're going there and we're going to
but for the wrong reason. Oh God, Brett is gonna be in Bandit Town here. Not good for Brad.
Right, just use your vehicles.
Let's see if he can commit some good Siri.
High.
This is high, send message.
We're all going to dismount. Could you replace the BMP, please?
Okay, Firm, I'll give you one more refund on it, but if it happens again, it's Fubard.
Alright, first platoon is moving into the town now to secure the crash site and any possible survivors.
Break. 2 squads directly to your north right now, very close to you. North of you, ground forces.
BMP, can you dismount that one? I forgot to do the right type of copy-paste, over. That's why I have a debug, in case the Control-Shift-C did not register.
BMP2, be careful, you have enemy... Oh, disregard.
Sorry, Macro, that was the debug one I was spawning in. Yeah, this helicopter, I think, is just tracking stragglers at this point. Yeah, so Recon's going to be able to see anything that gets into this AO. I'm going to fold. I'm cheating a little bit because I'm not supposed to have this information, but it's for the sake of balancing the MCO. I'm going to fold. BMP, this is high. Say again, over.
Say that, thank you for the fix, and we're banning people from my commander's seat.
This is company to...
Yes, if you do assassin, got it. Thank you.
Infantry.
This is recon to infantry next to the helicopter. You currently have enemies moving to you from your break, from your east.
I don't have any good blind spots.
From your north.
Like, there's no good, like, they have perfect coverage.
Infantry by the helicopter wreck.
of this AO.
Thank you, Recon.
That was something tripping the IED. Nope, they got they demoed it. Nice.
Pilots, were they there?
No eyes yet.
I thought something tripped it, but no, they did a good job. They're doing a great job here. We'll see if they can find the pilots, but I need to swarm this a little bit. So yeah, AT policy is going to go out the window. These guys probably aren't going to make it to the AO in time.
Friendly forces in the town.
Yeah, now I'm going to start encircling this group.
There are also enemies, so do be careful.
Yeah, we're not going to engage because I don't want to risk it.
All platoons, be aware, in the little igloo chair northwest of town. Close.
Igloo chair? I don't have that in the AO. Yeah, so we got a lot of forces in here. Stuff on the rear over here, I'm going to actually delete units that are pulling away to optimize the units that are in here. Do you hear that 24 also queuing up here? Oop, that was a marksman, but he just got picked off.
This is command to platoons. How is the recovery of the M24 and the pilots going?
Hold fire! You're engaging friendly, Recon. Hold fire. Vehicle firing to the north, fucking east. That's us.
Alpha lead to high and derogatory is insta-death home?
Only if you're headshotted or take sufficient damage. Over.
Copy.
With this many players, you have to have insta-death on. Otherwise, they will steamroll everything. Not even kidding. Nope, no PvP elements. Maybe in the future, but
How is progress in town with finding pilots?
I don't need it right now.
This is first platoon. We're still looking. Nothing yet.
Copy. Just mark where you've been through.
We can see all ground forces. I'm seeing explosions in the town. Please be careful. The pilots might have been put into a building.
Yeah, Makarov knows I hinted at that earlier, but
I
thought he was going to order an airstrike, so...
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Please be careful.
Copy.
First platoon AGS is not engaging anything at this time.
I am noticing a little bit of unit desync, though, so I need to...
This is Alpha 2IC. Our squad lead is dead. They're on the northwest side.
Which squad's this?
Yeah, it's because I got a lot of forces trickling down, too.
That would be Alpha.
But yeah, again, the unit desync is just because of the sheer amount of stuff I have going right now. This AO is also really big. So the best way I can remedy it is to delete dead guys as quick as I can.
Second platoon, could do you guys have anyone on security to the southeast?
Delete that chunk. Let's be honest, Arma, you're not supposed to take over 60 players. At that point, like, if you're doing a Zeus scenario,
first platoon to second
the game just doesn't want to handle it properly, but I'll push my luck.
First, this is second April. We've got one squad in the south of the town, and our other two squads are on the south side of the convoy.
That AGS is nasty.
This is platoon to... This is command to platoon. Air engaging hill 937 mark EI.
I'll go ahead and get rid of the smoke below as well, because they found it at this point.
Second copies. We'll keep an eye on it.
They also command to platoon. How
Do we have friendlies in the town?
Paper friendlies are in the town.
Whoa,
Copy. How is town clearing going?
First platoon to company command, be advised, my guys have almost finished clearing the town right now. Still no eyes on any pilots.
Right.
Ow, that hurt me.
If we don't find them, what is our course of action, company?
Destroy MI-24 if it's still detonated with whatever we've got.
Oh!
And then we'll move on.
Orm just got shot.
Position.
Just not kill one of our pilots. Hang on one sec. Hit.
So, people that know the meta know that one of the pilots just got killed. See, Havoc did that so well, and someone else started spraying. Big ouch.
Be advised, first platoon has found the pilots. We have one KIA. One is currently being having aid rendered to him.
Right. Secure them. Just assign 1 or 2 guys to them so that they stay safe and get the medic job.
Oh, bad time to reload. I'm dead.
After that, we'll get them exfilled at LZ Potato. Via air, ironically.
BMP to ground, be advised. Can we get some infantry looking north-southeast up the hill, please?
They're firing up at the helicopter.
Copy that.
BMP, second platoon, we've got 1 squad looking that way.
TP to
Second platoon, if BMP still dotted around the convoy, do so.
Be advised, getting BMP is engaging contact southeast up slope.
Copy.
I'm gonna assume he's in the Vic. Yeah, so the reason the AI takes so long to, like, go somewhere is because air is actually, being very distractive. So I can hear them on... Ooh! Holy fuck! Oh, man. Oh, I'm gonna need to hydrate after that one.
And any platoon, how goes town?
Repeating, we have secured 1 of 2 pilots. 1 is KIA. They're going to finish medicing. They're going to walk him back up to Convoy. We'll hand him off to you.
Copy. Load him inside of our Vic. We'll take him back and sort him out.
Oh, balls.
BTR down.
Yeah, so I'm being a little more aggressive with the BTRs at this point because we're close to the end. Mascot out. But again, that infantry screen at the platoon element needs to be a little better.
Infantry, first platoon, second platoon, whichever's got infantry around, convoy.
Alright, I'm gonna get another group in because they've hit most of the AI. But I hope they've appreciated the vast amount of AI that we have to differentiate.
Recon to ground. We're currently to your north. We took care of an enemy ambush. We have an enemy truck captured. Would you like us to move into the town and help you clear it, or are you good on your own for now?
I believe we'll be good on our own as we're nearly done clearing the town. But thank you for capturing an enemy vehicle. We'll call up.
Good copy. In that case, we'll demo it and we'll move north to the town of Gonzalabad. We saw nobody from the hills, but we will check it out just in case anyway.
Copy. Thank you. Very much appreciated.
Ground, this is high. Be advised you have reinserts back at base. Over.
Good copy.
Sorry, I was just waiting for the traffic to end. They were talking.
Yeah.
They'll come back ASAP.
Company from first platoon message. Break. My guys have reported that the individuals around the pilot guarding him were armed with M14s and M16s. How copy?
Good copy. That is very much Western equipment.
That's just regular Pakistani guns.
Copy that. Just bring back the pilots. They'll provide more evidence than what the scene guns can do.
I just kind of want to, like, throw random tribal fighters at them and shit, you know? Air has third person, so it's trying to like get angles to put units down. It can be a little tough. You know, just some dudes with bolt action, just to get a little bit of a swarm close by. But you know, under the shrubbery and the foliage, so they can't be immediately detected.
First, this is second. It looks like there's still a squad in the town. Is that your guys?
First platoon, how goes getting those pilots up to company?
History is always written by the victors. Just look at the Bible. Ooh, they broke their AGS. That's unfortunate. I probably just pissed someone off right there, but it's true. Oh, okay, they just freaked out. 1 second.
1 second. 987.
Yeah, so they're late because they got mis-aggroed. Goddamn.
Alpha 2 ground command, be advised, we're basically ineffective at this point as half of our squad's invisible or like stuck on the floor for everyone else.
Good copy, Alpha.
Everyone's head.
Are you the ones guarding the pilots by any chance?
No, we're up by the vehicles right now. I don't know where half my squad is. I'm assuming they're down there, but...
Copy. If necessary, your entire squad can relog. I believe Liru would allow that.
We've relogged like 8 times and it just continues to happen.
Right.
This is high. I don't know what to say about that. Everyone looks good on my end, so I think it's just bad connections or network instability. I can't put a finger on it.
Look at Pickle. Is he on the floor for you?
Can you ping Pickle's position for me?
He's directly in front of me laying on the floor on my screen.
He's not at your position on my roster here.
Weird.
Company second.
Yeah, he's head bugged.
February BMP to ground, be advised, hearing shots northeast, southeast, sorry.
Ground, we're bringing the pilot over to your BRM time now.
We see.
You want us to go ahead and prep them out?
Just recommend you make a snap pick because we're going to have to nearby.
BMP to ground, be advised, possible contacts coming in southeast.
My ZUs do not want to aggro.
So I commanded you to see when they call.
Yeah, so I want to put some infantry up to that town, just the frickin' Vix won't want to drive. So instead, I'm just going to swarm it. But yeah, with a lot of Vix remounting and dismounting, that's what's causing people to get headbugged like that.
The EI at the top of the hill where CIA, we took dog tags and radios and put them in the Logivic.
Come on, this is Bravo. We can't load the HVT. No room, apparently.
Loading in the Logivic, I've got one spare seat.
Any air near the convoy,
This is high, stand by. I think I know what the bug is. He'll disappear for a second. Sometimes when you make them an Eden editor, it breaks them.
Ground from first platoon, having my guys
no, he was able to
remount. Time now.
He was able to get it. Because he's not here anymore, so. This is high. I don't see him anymore, so I'll assume you loaded him in the Logivic. Over.
BMP to ground.
To everybody, I have the package, I'm ready to roll.
BMP to ground, same for a third time. I'm definitely hearing contact southeast.
Copy. Once we got this pilot out, we're just gonna charge straight down. Logi, what? You'll be driving the guy to the rear of Convoy.
Rolling it backwards now.
That's where Okay, Hilo will be landing at rear of Convoy.
Got eyes on the helo going back. Just need to get everyone else to cover me while we do the transfer.
I can't hear, but I hope you said you're moving to the back of Convoy.
Yeah, this ZU, man, has just not been doing what I want to. Now it's tracking, but will he actually fire? The units on him got stripped naked, which means there is a bit of server desync. Let me just make sure he gets loaded in. Yep, alright. So primary objective has been achieved.
Logi, have you loaded the pilot into the
Secondary objectives are being achieved, and we're at the 2-hour mark.
In the helo is flying away. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Copy. All platoons, mount up, expedite as fast as you can. Break contact, I don't care what you have to do.
We'll see what they decide to do, but yeah, I'm gonna throw the book at recon here, because I want to set that up as another blocking position. But I have a feeling they're gonna fight through it.
Alright, first platoon has moved up a little bit northeast. BMP seems to be fortifying.
What would be a good technical?
Next town.
Let me go to Middle Eastern Militia here.
And then we'll push on to get a blocking position. First platoon, you'll be with us on the west. BMP, you'll be on with second platoon on the east. I'll leave it up to second platoon to decide where you're going to set up your defensive line.
Copy, we said we're moving into Yanotabir.
This is recon. Gonzalo Band has been attacked. We're fighting an ambush.
Repeat, last if holds for ground.
Someone's not micing on that.
From what I heard, Gonzalabad is under attack. Recon's currently fighting off enemies.
Copy. I'm gonna have first platoon, when we get to that four-way intersection, I'm gonna have them continue westerly.
Copy.
Alright, so there's a lot I'm gonna do here. We're gonna make another group. Have them come around. I'm actually gonna put them out on a staggered column instead, and now I'm gonna get more support groups in. So what do I got? Let's get marksmen in the fray here. And then I want some long-range machine gunners over as well. I'm gonna do a long-range strike.
Speak to the ground forces. There's enemies northeast of Gonzalabad.
God damn it, not that again.
I'll be calling in an airstrike.
We copy.
Yeah, the server just has that asset lagged out to high hell.
All forces careful, there is desync.
So the server is moving things server side. It's moving my unit server side. That's what's causing the desync.
Desync seems to have abated.
This is high. I think I know what the cause of that is. It shouldn't happen again. Over. Yeah, so after a while, it's moving my unit server side. I guess when I go too far and I'm focused on other AOs, that would make sense. So I just have to make sure that if I do that, not to... You don't want to copy and paste from Eden assets because that does cause lag issues. So let's delete more stuff that's been put down here.
BMP current, be advised, contacts northeast on the hill.
And west as well. There's enemies west of the hill.
Command, second, requesting orders.
Right, second platoon, as well as first platoon. We're going to move through Gondolabad quickly. We're then going to move to holding positions in the town of Yantobir.
Roger, from first platoon to confirm, we're just mounting back up and just eating through this town?
In certain terms, yeah.
I hit his tail.
Copy.
There's an airstrike on that squad. Rearm.
I'd check his status, but it would just yell at me.
To confirm, company, first platoon will be taking the northwest side of the town of Yanatibir.
Echo, just buzz the light, Vic, he's heading southeast.
And the dismantled and down driver may be down in the vehicle. Multiple people have were shot or run over and injured.
Alright, command decided this man should not exist anymore. Holy crap. Ground, this is high. We have reinserts back at base. Over.
This
copy that.
You can just put him off to the side. Just put him off to the side. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he's fine here.
Yeah. Okay.
This is platoon command. This is overall command to platoons. Get your guys mounted up and move to holding points.
First platoon is moving.
Oh, they lost the chopper. I didn't even notice that.
Right, well, we'll have you.
Oh wait, no, that was the. I think that was the down human mark. Never mind.
Second platoon.
I will advise second platoon that you are quite spread out where you've marked your positions.
All right. Stick it to single squads because too much means the AI are a little dumb. You don't want them to be too far either because then the AI never get there. But I'm going to spawn in a few units in here, not with any AT, at least not yet. And then I'll set up like a mortar or something. Alright, and then let's get the, we'll have blue squads with AT here. I think really the difficulty has been micromanaging the AI movement with air. That's been the toughest part, but I think overall this op has been a very resounding success. Little bit of desync here and there, but nothing like that makes the op completely unplayable where you have to make a hold, so I'm happy about that. Air's gonna be looking around for that ZU. So I think Ground's also been doing a good job of cycling his squads so that no one squad doesn't have.
We're moving into Yanatibir in that time now with the BMP.
Copy. BMP, you're supporting second platoon, who are on the west-eastern side. We're supporting first platoon.
What?
Fuck? No, I'm not glitched. The fuck? I was with the rest of the squad.
Yeah, so that's head bugged. That's why. So if you cable tie someone, it does get them out of the head bug, but it also pulls them out of whatever they were working on. Another reason why I give cable ties in loadouts. Why are you running? Ooh, that was close.
BMP to Echo.
Trying to get everything to fold in. At this point, I mean, it just spawn more stuff and throw things over.
This is Command, 1st Platoon, Infantry, North. Battle Squad North.
I'm gonna calm down my spawn rate a little bit, though. But they're dealing with most of the squads in town, so...
This is a logic vehicles marker on map for my position. It is the safest spot so far.
First platoon to second platoon, it would be helpful if you guys could go ahead and sweep the town. I got my guys digging in on the northwest side.
But yeah, no, we're definitely ahead of schedule here. This is
second, welcome.
I'm going pretty well.
BMP to ground, be advised, engines out.
BMP, get logistics to support you.
Ooh, okay, so that airstrike just caused a bunch of desync. But it's mainly those rocket pylons. Wow, this is high. Just to let you know, the rocket pods on the airstrikes are causing some hiccups at the moment. Over.
Command copies.
Just have your pilots only use like a handful of them. Don't just fire them all, and that should fix the issue. Over.
So limit their firing, copy.
Because I've been noticing that, but the server, it slowly degrades over time, so... Well, we've been using IEDs, but now they're at their, like, final position, and it's just meant to be a hold point. So let me also delete a big chunk of the dead. Delete a big chunk of units here.
Hey, hi.
Says hi, send message.
Do you see Bavarian next to me on my interface, on your Zeus interface?
Yes.
He's not next to us for everybody else.
Yeah, that's...
Want to get a TP?
He can get a TP, yes.
He'll write inside chat when he's ready.
Affirm, thank you. Yeah, so it's even happening to the AI because I have insta-kill for the AI on, so... Interesting hiccup. I'll have to see if that's tied to any one specific mod. But with all this open area...
So let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
It's gonna make things a little tough. Yeah, he never even respawned for me.
There it is.
Deep it did.
Well, they use
Yeah, I know, but I don't want
the
to...
only
For fuck's
use that
sake, I must make
It's fine, but I can hear you now.
Alright, I'm trying to think, how am I going to play this? Because we're going to move to the fast part. We're going to definitely finish early, though. But I think everyone's had a good time. So I think it's worth it to end it early, you know. because I was going to end it with the large
This is Beacon to ground.
convoy.
Are you currently entering out the bin?
This is ground. We are currently on current part, as in current blue marker on map.
Good copy. We're moving up to the town as well. Do you want us to stay there with you, or do you want us to do something else?
You decide where you want to put yourselves. We're currently just acting as a blocking force, so just put yourselves where you think you can do best for
West
blocking.
blocking force where? West to east? Or
Yeah,
east
you
to west?
guys come west of us.
No, the enemies are coming from where? From the west or the east? Which side are we blocking?
We don't know, so we're blocking west and east currently.
Good copy.
Yeah. Second platoon is watching east, first platoon is watching west.
Not to be rude, Campbell, why don't you do your job and find where the enemy is coming from?
Well, that's why we wanted to know where to look.
Oh my god.
Command to HICOM.
This is HICOM, send message.
Do we know the direction that the enemy convoy will be coming?
Negative intel was very light. All we know at the break. All we know is that they'll be potentially coming from an MSR. Over.
Copy, MSR. So, first platoon, second platoon, disseminate that the convoy will be coming down an MSR. And maintain vigil.
Drive.
2 marks accurate. We're holding the east MSRs.
Drive. Oh god, not this crap. Come on. Go. You're kidding.
This is logic vehicle to all vehicles.
There we
I'm
go.
going to come around and give you a quick book before we get this underway and then pull back.
Copy that, resupply.
Want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. I just don't know if the AI are actually gonna shoot because they're... Stand corrected. I think he just flared off. No, he's striking the AI coming from the other side. So I'll just have to coordinate vehicles coming by and on foot and whatnot. The only way you can really deal with it is a disconnect and reconnect. Ace headbug doesn't always work. There's a fix for it, but that's just an issue, unfortunately. It basically someone's animation gets locked, and it just doesn't get reflected across all players. So again, there's not really anything you can do to fix it from the Zeus interface, I'm afraid. You just have to get someone to change their animation. So what I could do is I could, like, cable tie them. I'll have to work on that. Downing them worked. So I would imagine if I cable tied people, I'll write that as a clause for the next MCO. So I'm gonna make some ammo Vix drive through the town. That is not the seat I wanted you to take. Just because I think with the server having all these desync issues, I think we should just wrap it up a little on the earlier side. And then we should be fine.
This is Logie, we got contacts northwest shooting at me, I'm pulling away.
Air's gone low. Can't even hear their sound. There it is. Yeah, just report when I can with the strain. Fixes every time, right? Right. Exactly as planned. Yeah, some of the AI are getting stuck in the town perimeters that I spawned them in. That thing just got airstruck.
Recon to ground, to the southwest of the town. ZU be here somewhere, marker. We would like to go and find the ZU and destroy it. We allowed to do that?
You have full permission to go out and find out the ZU if you wish.
Good copy. We'll call in for air to pick us up.
Good copy. Coordinate there.
Yep, alright, we're gonna pull them back. Because air just struck them. But just based on the openness of this AO,
This is Logie Victor, all vehicles, who have I not given resupply and repair to yet?
We're gonna be GG in a moment here. 2.5 hours that op took. I thought it was gonna take longer, in all honesty. So color me impressed. I don't have any way to sever their comms, though. That would be a cool thing to do one op. I have a way I could actually manually do it. But it would need to be a little tested first. But, like, without even running any fancy scripts, I could just consolidate it to a TFAR tower and mess with the range coefficients. Yeah, honestly, I think that's just too far. The issue with scripts, though, is with larger groups of players, because it constantly re-executes itself in order to initiate the jam. With this many players, it will lag the hell out of the server with this many people on. Because it already does it when there's 40 people on, it can be laggy. Alright, Zope's starting to get a little comfortable here. But he is, like, way out of bounds.
Company, this is First Platoon. Do we have any kind of ID on vehicle type? Are they just trucks?
So if he swings back around, I'll shoot him down.
They're all the vehicle, so they're coming down an MSR, so they'll either be for Alpha or Alpha Bravo.
Copy.
As they tag 2 of them. Another thing I like is if the pilots are going way out of line, I have a way to stop them. Some of the AI, again, are doing the hold fire thing because they detect vehicles and they don't have any AT in their squads to take care of them. And you don't want to drive again.
This is Company 2, First Platoon, A with Delta vehicles.
Ah, this glitch where I have to get out and get back in. no, this all went really well. Definitely beyond my expectations. I thought the op was potentially going to have some really nasty frame hiccups or whatnot. But it all balanced very well. That's always good news. Park him right here. Oh, that got drag glitched. Yeah, it's just open engagements at this point. Probably dive before I can hit him again. Nope, he's diving into there. Just below the gun. This was also very low intensity too. So I think with the Soviet German op I want to do, I would definitely want to make that a higher intensity one. And with the idea I'm thinking of, I think I'll be more than capable of pulling that off. So these guys that are back here, we're gonna go ahead and start deleting. I'm just trying to trickle these forces in. I'm gonna do killing on sight any vehicles. That guy.
This is company to all platoon. How is your current resupply count?
We're gonna try to boop one of the RPGs. One of the BTRs with an RPG.
Since how the logic Rick just resupplied the BMP and broadcast canisters, I'd say no.
I can vote in but yes.
That was in their tires, they backed it up. Front was still exposed. Weak hit, we got some people inside of it though.
First platoon to company command, we're all set for ammunition and medical time now.
Copy. Second platoon, how about you?
I'm gonna pull my forces back.
No need for resupply.
Right, we're fine.
At this rate, just there's too much open ground so I can't spawn anything.
Logi, second, one of our Vics took an RPG hit. Can you come repair it?
Oh, that's funny. Recon got...
Mark on that so I know where to go.
Oh. That... Ooh! Ooh, wait, no, we can turn that into something. Opportunity. Brought down a ZU. Let's attack it.
Command second, we've taken contact from a couple infantry squads, but no convoy yet.
Yeah, I believe we've already encountered the convoy. May have smacked them already.
Yeah, Air already did do the smacking there, so... They decided to det the 24, and now they're trying to pull out on foot. I'm surprised they haven't radioed that up yet. So I'm gonna try to press the attack. But I just don't think there's a lot I can press, you know? Ground, this is high. There are reinserts back at base for you. Oh.
Copy that.
I told him. I keep them the wrong push-to-talk key because SOG Prairie Fire makes me use a different push-to-talk key because 6 is a general interact key. So here, we have a blind spot back here. So let's try to get this to last another 25 minutes or so. Again, I hate having to spawn them this close, but... it's just how the AO works. So until that DU's taken out, they're probably not going to risk another vehicle to go up there.
This is Company Commander to 2nd Platoon, particularly to Fox Squad.
An AT guy just got hit.
Just east of you, there may be a DU.
1st Platoon to company, be advised, my guys are reporting contacts to the south.
Copy.
Bravo, SL down.
Alright. The hills are being patched out, yeah, right? His AI is caught behind that Vic.
It's
using its radar to track any vehicle threats, because radar can also see stuff that's on the ground as well. I think at this rate...
Company Commander to 1st Platoon, particularly Bravo. How is contact going? Where are they from?
BMP to ground, be advised, we've been taking sporadic contact to the east side. A couple of infantry dudes running up on us, but been dealt with.
We'll see if they can get rescued.
1st Platoon.
So they're calling shots for the BTR. Oh, this is an SKS guy, which means he's gonna have AT grenades. Yeah, boy. Yeah, right out, Broadshore. Hope it was fun. Oh, right. You can't advance throw them because then they blow up in your hand. I completely forgot about that. Oh, there's so many little stupid things you have to remember about this game. Jesus, do you think they built enough trenches here? They all decided to camp out around that one. Please let me infantry spam. Nope, they're all not going to comply.
BMP to Echo, be advised, contact southeast.
Yeah, I'm in new BMP, hold fire.
Let me get some green 4 guys. I want to surround that position. So we'll put some just down the hill here. Just soar? Yeah, that's fair. So for the most part, they're good. They had 1 KIA here. That's unfortunate. So I think after recon's done, we'll go ahead and index. Air's just been pulled back. I think the other pilot pair is just stuck up here. If they wanted to, they could like set up units to go rescue them, but I guess not, you know? I could do a bit of a cheap thing right here. Say they were hiding. Because just, I did not fully plan this AO out at the end. Because I didn't think we'd actually get to it, you know? I thought the convoy would be a little slower. But it's because they're knocking over all the walls. That's funny. I didn't realize how open it was, though. So there's not really a lot of blind spots for me to send AI in. So the farther squads, I think I'm just going to push up the hills at this point. I do have stuff trickling over, though, which is good. Think I can make it? Because they're in the middle of Durka Durka Hill. Nah, I'm not gonna be mean.
Company, this is First Platoon, coming.
This is Company, send.
What is current objective? If the convoy was destroyed, are we just holding here until further notice, or what?
Holding here until further notice until notified by High Com of that change.
Copy.
On that note, High Com, is there any change?
This is HICOM. I believe the enemy presence at this point, with the potential convoy that was called and engage, are probably going to start pulling out of the region. Break. Maintain your positions for now and sweep the sector, and then we might be able to index over.
So sweep local area. Copy.
I'm doing my leg.
So first platoon, second platoon, dispatching one of your squads to just, each of you, one of your squads just to go and clear through the town again. Just to make sure it's clear, we've got no one in that area. And then after that, I'll designate areas for you guys to head to.
2 copy.
Keep the swarm going. Yeah, I don't think Recon wants assistance because they haven't called anything in. They just want their time to shine.
Enemies.
Oh, you went down?
Oh, yes. All around.
Yeah, so stuff in the low ground right now. I can get away with respawning.
BMP to ground, situation update. I'm seeing fuck all on the east side.
Copy that. Platoon 1 and Platoon 2, how goes the squad use dispatch to clear the town?
This is First Platoon. I have Alpha working on scars out of the north now. They say they're good.
Right, once you guys have cleared it, return to your positions and then I'll get you guys marked at new areas.
Oh, he had an AK. I want.
Second copy.
I'm checking that guy. I'm out of this lamp as well.
This is Company, we're rolling down to Recon and Mark to assist them.
Oh!
Hey, this is Recon to High. The truck was armored and my medic died. Can you heal him?
AI threw a grenade and blew it up, bro.
Disregard then, I thought it was the French. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Who's bleeding right now? Next to me? All brain, medic me, I'm medicing you.
Oh, that bounced into the trench!
Oh, shit.
Doing your top door.
One variant, you are bad enough for us. Oh, enemy! I just killed 2. One more. Loading. Out of ammo! Pistol with 1 mag. No, next.
Oh!
The server is lagging, I think. Somebody banish me. I'm taking ammo from this. Oh god, he's dead.
Trying to be an AI.
Ouch.
I think the server is genuinely just lagging out at this point for them. Because I think 3 hours, though, is a good mark to put it at. Huh. Yeah, no, I think he's bugged out. That or he's bugged out. So I'm just gonna... No offense to Bogan, but we're... I think he's lagged out or something, but... Yeah. All forces, all forces. This is high. Be advised, all objectives have been established. Area has been cleared. Contact has died down. Stand by for index. Over.
All forces, stand by for index. Do not fire at index.
Actually, they're allowed to for MCOs.
Oh,
it's the only time they're allowed.
Well, go ahead.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Resort to weed whacking. No, I think it was just the server just absolutely crapping out. 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So this was near 3 hour op.
God, that was fucking
That's
awful.
a new one.
No, you bastard!
All right.
Yeah, that was...
Get off the server.
And we killed a ton.
Good channel.
I know.
Getting murdered at index, 10 out of 10.
Okay, break.
Remind you, it's not break, it's hey mate.
Hey mate then, hey mate then, hey mate then.
Hey man. Hey man. Are you finished?
Hey man.
Hey Mish.
Die dude.
Ooh. Damn.
There it is.
Done?
All right, so sorry, I was having a small little hiccup on my computer. Let me go ahead. I'm going to switch to voice activation so I can do a few things. Voice activation. All right, cool. It's because we're going to handle this debrief a little differently, but overall, that ended a little earlier than I thought it would. But it was really difficult to track where recon would go, like just give a reason for why the desync would happen at times. It was, towards the end, it was more so just the rocket pods. But in the beginning, I think it was just for the amount of stuff the server had to render with all the infantry considered, because recon did recon things, which I didn't anticipate. Because as I've said for the MCO, we're kind of just trying to see where the limits are on the server, and I haven't done anything like this yet. So in the future, there might not be as many recon roles, just because the amount of stuff that recon will be, forcing the server to render in terms of units, just makes the whole network kind of dragged down a little bit. So overall, I do apologize for those desync issues. Also, the head bug issues. I think in the future we'll have a new policy where if you're head bugged, which means you can't see the person. Like they're prone in a field somewhere for you, but they're still physically next to you, let me know, because I think if I cable tie them and uncable tie them, that makes them go through an animation, and it's animations that glitch you out. So redoing an animation on someone that's head bugged should reset it for everyone, because it makes the server run it and then reapply it to all the clients. So I'll write that up as policy going forward for all future NCOs, because that was a bit of an issue that would come up. So I do apologize for that. That's more so Arma's limitation, not really the server. Otherwise, I thought you guys did really well. I mean, I planned this to be 3 to 4 hours. You guys just came up to the 3-hour mark. If you're hot micing, make sure you mute your mic, broke. No offense. And the reason Index stagnated a little bit was Recon got shot down and swarmed, and I wanted to play that out before we ended. I didn't realize just how open that final northern AO was, which is why I had to put AI a little further back to walk into you, but by the time they would do that, vehicles would find them and shoot them. And air would also do the same. So overall, security for the most part of Fix was also really, really good. There were a few hiccups at some spots in which the AI did a lot for you. But otherwise, yeah, I'm going to give you guys a Google form. Feel free to go through it. That's how I'll handle feedback. It'll also talk about the next MCO in there. It's just kind of an exit poll. But let me get this to you guys. I apologize if you didn't have a lot to do, because again, if I spawned more AI, it started desyncing. So I just had to work with that. But otherwise, there's the form, and I will start working on the next MCO this week. It'll be for the 5th of June, I believe. Otherwise, ground. Go ahead.
Right. So you guys did fairly well, all things considered. Although getting into contact with you guys sometimes, particularly first and second platoon, was a bit of a hair-pulling exercise, but we made it work. I don't know what inter-platoon comms were like, but whenever you needed something, you called to myself or you called for JTAC. Although I will apologise for the sometimes sparse comms from myself, as for some reason everyone was extremely quiet on my end. I don't know what caused that, but hey ho. Pilots did what pilots should, although the reinsert was getting quite lengthy at the end of a 16-kilometer flight, one way. So I understand if you died and had to wait for reinsert, it was quite a lengthy process. So I apologize for that. Apart from that, I'm surprised we didn't lose more Vics, particularly with my reputation. But with that, I shall leave it to the platoon commanders.
So feel free to stay for debrief, guys, but that is the op. I might be back later for some random Jackbox TV stuff with some friends, but I'm going to take a quick break and have something to eat. Oh, wait, you all can hear me.
Yeah.
I forgot. I went to voice activation.
Good job.
Yeah, I was just telling the stream that I apologize.
We are the
Amazing. I know. I'm a goober. Go ahead. Continue.
Great operationally. Gave us
Hashtag hey guys, this is
Wrecked.
Liru.
Continue on with the debrief. Let the platoons go, then the squad leads, then air and recon, and let's wrap this up.
First platoon.
Kick cards.
Oh, that's funny.
First platoon did.
I was on voice activation, so they heard me
happy
do
with
my
how it
little
turned
outro
out.
to you there.
My squad leaders, I mean, feel free to rip me apart if there's something that you felt I didn't do well. But I thought you guys did really well. I'll let you do your thing, and that's kind of how I like it, honestly. The only part when I got a little worried was when we were halted before we hit, I think it was High Sod. We were halted on that hill for a pretty damn long time. I was getting pretty nervous because I guess there's some issues with second platoon getting moving again. But other than that, I mean, overall, I thought it went quite well. I guess the only security thing, like that Liru was talking about when Bravo's BTR kind of got fucking slapped close range with a RPG, and I don't think that was really any of the squad's fault. I probably should have said something ahead of time and secured that area, or had second platoon have one of their squads go down and check that way. But other than that, yeah, I don't have any complaints. Second platoon?
Nothing, Dad.
Pilots?
You say pilots?
Yes, I just said pilots.
You go first.
Okay. So, from my end, I really don't have too much to complain. I mean, obviously we were bogged down a lot in terms of getting back into the area once you guys got further along, because we had to fly up the entire mountain range and then back down the other side, and vice versa just to get back. So I can apologize for the long reinserts in that regard. My only gripe was for much of that op, someone in the convoy had a vehicle with radar on, and that shit pinged us the entire op, and it made it very difficult to
That was
tell
the
if it
command
was
vehicle?
anything else.
Sorry, that would have been command. I was not aware that was pinging until halfway through.
I mean, the Mujahideen didn't have radars, so even if they didn't do that, you wouldn't be able to tell if there was anything else.
Yeah, just the thing I want to listen to is that beeping noise in my ear while I'm trying to fly. That's my one and only gripe. Head of?
No, me and Onion had pretty much fun. Yeah, 10 out of 10 with chilled shit. Yeah, same as you. The radar was a bit annoying, but it happens. Well.
Have to report Hadaf to the commissar. He was wasteful.
Told me not to shoot rockets. I shot rockets anyway. Nobody tells me not to shoot rockets.
Right. We gone?
We
did the objectives. First one, we lost 3 people due to the IDs. Other than those 3 people, we had no casualties up until the very end, when the helicopter wasn't shot down, but crashed due to hitting a tree. So we had to kill the ZU and call in the other helicopter to pick up the pilots. They picked up the pilots, and we had to stay behind because we all wouldn't fit, and we were killed because there were enemies all around us. That was a very, very fun ending, so thank you for that. Otherwise, no gripes. Everybody did really well. Good communications from everything I could see.
But the IDs.
And for the squads, good job, everybody. You guys did really good. That's all from me.
Alpha.
Not much to say that hasn't already been said.
Bravo.
Oh yeah, fucking stop starting all the time, and the convoys were really fucking irritating. It's been sat there in a thin-skinned BTR with fucking RPGs being fired every so often. Yeah, I think that's it slowed down the op at least 20 minutes, I think.
Apologies for that, but there's only so much I can do.
Yeah, it wasn't your fault. It was more so like the lead vehicle, like stopping, starting, and then just sitting there to engage stuff. And there was options to push on most of the time. Yeah, that's it, really.
Charlie?
Shalom, fellas. Charlie had a lot of fun. Problem was the starts and stops, as Bravo mentioned. Otherwise, we did well. Problem with the reinserts and fighting each other, but otherwise... Oh, we got 2,000 kills confirmed by our gunner, your typical noob. I would recommend him for a medal.
Noted.
And Delta.
Delta.
Same as Bravo, just convoy fun stuff. Other than that, Delta had fun.
Echo.
Everyone at the beginning and end got all the kills.
Echo did fine. We almost went off a hill, but Michael Travers saved us, so...
That's good. Fox? Well, Foxtrot and Flung.
Fox had a lot of fun in the rear. Well, ran into a couple of ambushes. Maybe the comms at the start were a bit iffy on platoon net, or when we're moving, when we're staying. We got left behind a couple of times, but then it was fixed, so that's fine. When we assaulted the town after the first area objectives, the planning, I think, kind of fell a bit under performance, so we didn't really know what was going on, so it was mostly just reactionary, moving and fighting. But Fox secured the rear vehicles. We got mis-PRD'd by the friendly BRDMs, got shot up, and then we got airstrikes. So even if there's any airstrikes going around, we would like to know, even on platoon net, if there's any airstrikes, where they're going.
Yeah, I will.
They're quick.
I will apologize for that. Inside of the vehicle, it comes between us two. Would just, hey, they're friendlies there. I don't know. I'll ask platoon.
Yeah.
So, apologies if you did get struck, but there's only so much I can do with the chain of comms.
Yep.
Well, I was told last minute that there's friendlies there, and that was when the strike was already happening. So.
Oh yeah, we called it in, and as soon as we got a missile land right next to us. But miraculously, we made it out, and yeah, we kind of like started playing tag at the last objective when we couldn't see each other. So Foxtrot kind of just shot itself for about 10 minutes and revived each other to get us back on the game. But that's about it.
Right, I think that's everyone.
BMP?
BMP, sorry BMP.
BMP did work. We killed a lot of shares. We had some technical issues with the vehicle. It was really...
I noticed you were on fire
during We only got hit once, which was really good. So, like I said, we played up.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up here because we're just down to the vehicle assets, and they did pretty well. Overall, just for the sake of the VOD, looking through feedback, median score out of 10 for enjoyment was an 8, but definitely more people going on the higher end than the lower end. The lowest was a 4 by 2 people, which can I can understand because of how convoy ops are structured. Playability-wise, people claim to have really good frames. Again, A was on the median. A lot of 10s, though, which is nice. The lowest was a 3, and then the second lowest was a 5, but then everyone else went at least on the 6 range, so I think that's more so just people's computers. And then a lot of people are voting on the 3 to 4 hour range for the op, so that is also understandable, but the other biggest chunk is 2 to 3, so we'll probably keep these ops, you know, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, because that's where most of these players are saying they want to play. And then I have 33 yeses out of 37 responses of people that are going to slot for the next op, and I got a lot of good Zeus feedback here too. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Might be back later today. Hope you enjoyed watching. I know it was a little more low intensity than normal ops I do, but we'll make the next one even more hectic. Cheers, guys, and enjoy your Sunday.